yeah. It's your
Welcome,
Welcome.
And here we are.
Yeah, welcome everybody to the Revolution Gaming Podcast for December, and our awards version of the show, where
Yay.
we reward the games that rewarded us with a decent experience, and didn't rip us off. At least most of us. I believe me, I know there's a few games that people enjoyed that still ripped them off this year. But yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the introductions. Let's not be too fucking horrible. If you've watched this before, you're watching it now. If you've never watched this before, you're probably not gonna watch it just starting this time. But if you're new here,
Well,
thanks anyway. But yeah, we're starting off with a joke game, and we have some good ones this time.
Oh yeah.
So, who wants
Oh,
to go
yeah.
first with their joke game?
Well, not me.
I'll
'cause
jump
I
up
don't
at
have-
once.
I say not me
I
because I
will.
don't have one.
Silver never has a joke game because he has no sense of humor.
Hey now.
I'm
I
kidding.
have plenty of a sense of humor.
I'll go first.
Okay, what you got, Home Slice?
No crooks on Christmas.
Okay.
That name alone.
It's free to play, so Murmitch obviously picked it. And what?
Exactly.
You supposed to stop the crooks. Oh, okay.
It's a balloons tower defense type game with very, very sad animations.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm.
I don't know how I feel about this game.
Yeah.
Those animations
I'm-
are tough. much.
I mean, it's free, so you can't really shit on it too bad. But
Yeah, but still.
who's gonna buy? Who's gonna play this and be like, you know what? That was a good. I spent my time doing something really smart today. I doubt it. Tower defense
Is
was
it
different.
hard to just program it to just not teleport to specific locations, but rather just slide at least?
Well,
Maybe they'll use this experience to learn how to program animations a little better. I don't know.
Hopefully.
maybe. All right, what you got, Ray? It's
Holy cow! Milking simulator.
Oh no!
Mm.
From that name alone, it sounds
Milking
bad.
Simulator, including Pimp Your Cat.
Holy
How can it be
cow.
bad, Murmitch?
Oh god.
No. Bunker up.
Oh no!
Sword throwing. Octopuses fire carpet bombs.
Your cat.
Try not to die. No.
Yes, Ava, what the fuck?
Oh no! Don't you wait.
Make use of special weapons to die
What
alone,
is this?
or die with friends.
Yeah.
Don't like dying? Level editor. Shut up and make your own levels to win.
Die alone or die with
Hey,
friends.
mighty bosses.
There's a level
like
editor too.
many of them.
What even
Don't
is
eat
this?
soap, or you will. Or die
I
trying
do
to
not
relax
know.
the game.
I think they win on the
Holy
title.
cow.
Don't eat soap.
On Steam.
No shit.
Who's excited? Who's excited for this game?
I mean, Ava sounds excited.
I imagine Mario is gonna steal this idea and he'll be streaming it tomorrow. If I catch you, fucker, you're done. Okay.
My goodness.
Okay, so you ready? You ready for mine? All right.
Oh god, no.
Retired men's nude beach volleyball league. And wait till you hear this song.
You have it in your library, Tim?
Yeah, I own it. I got offered the game.
Ew.
No, listen to the song, Silver. It's very peaceful.
Take a shot, serve it up on the bar with everything you got. Stand in the sand. You're a retired man. Yeah.
What?
This is life. Here you are, back and forth. This is your plan. Retired man's nude beach volleyball league.
You broke her too.
I didn't know that was possible.
What the fuck, Tim? Tim, what the fuck?
He's enjoying this way too much.
Tim, you're a sick man.
Oh yeah!
Silver, let's be realistic. It's not Tim's fault.
I mean, he was given the game.
Oh my god.
The
I am-
greatest
I am
joke
One
game
paid
ever.
A band to play this song.
Amused. I am not fucking amused. Oh my freaking word.
That is the greatest. That is the greatest, like, intro to a video game ever.
I want to put bleach on my eyes now.
Hey,
I want to bleach my
You
mouth.
weren't forced to watch it.
to be fair, if you look down at the bottom, it says pixelated imagery of elderly men's bottoms. While the title does not just use the word nude, there is no nudity or genitalia in the game, and there's nothing sexual in the game at all.
Oh, fucking
I
god.
would hope not.
I'd
Yeah,
still never
it's-
fucking play it.
It's just a 2D volleyball game,
Oh my fuck.
which is in my Steam library because I own it now. I hope you're prepared for that review. Oh yeah.
Oh
I
god.
don't think anybody can be prepared for that review.
I'm just gonna learn how to play the song. And that's gonna be the whole review.
Yeah, the podcast is now named to how many times can you make me say, oh god.
Oh, don't worry, I got some great adult games for the 15th one too. Oh
I was
god.
gonna say, Silver, don't tempt him.
Fucking hell.
Alright, so let's talk about the games that we've been playing, and we're gonna try and make it somewhat quick. I don't want this podcast to be, 5 hours long, even though it might be anyway.
Lucky for
Worry,
you,
I don't have very many.
Yeah, lucky for you, I've only really played like 3, but I already spoke about one last podcast, so I can't speak about that one again.
hmm
So only really like one that I've actually played for at least 3 hours.
You're not looking forward to the song? I'm sorry, Mario. Oh yeah, I'm being rude. If you're here and you'd like to win a copy of Farming Simulator 2022, which has a $50 MSRP, you're more than welcome to try by doing exclamation point giveaway. I will mention that a couple times throughout the podcast, but no more than that, because if you're here just for that, fuck you. Okay, so who wants to go first?
Me,
Okay, what did you play?
Uberlaufer.
Ooh.
Don't you talk about my mother like that.
Fine, the turncoat if you want the English one. Jesus Christ. Well, too bad it's written in German anyway, so fuck you.
We are a group of fellow Germans
Yes,
who detest
Uberlaufer.
this regime.
A game that I brought up in the last podcast.
Indeed.
You did.
Yourself.
And from what I've played so far,
Do not
aside from 3 issues that I had with the game, one being the AI, 2 being the fact that when guards detect you, they hide around corners and they never like fuck off and go away, so you can't even hide from the guards at all.
Yep, VR.
I went around 2 corners and the guard just stood around the corner waiting for me to peek my head around and then started opening fire, so I had to kill him. Oh, and 3, yeah, the guards respawn too quickly for me. Yeah, they fucking respawn. Like, you can clear out a floor, you can kill every guard on a floor, and then like maybe 2 or 3 minutes later, they're all respawned. They're all back alive, and I'm like, how the fuck is that even possible when I have been at the only entrance to the 2nd floor, and there's not been a single guard that's come down those stairs? That aside from those 3 issues that I had with the game, I've enjoyed what I've played. I've also mentioned that this is basically what I think Wolfenstein should have been. This basically should have been, a traditional Wolfenstein game. Not just, not the old retro first-person shooter. I think it should have been more stealth oriented. But that's just me.
Yeah, I get you.
Anyone that's a Wolfenstein OG, whatever. Wolfenstein 3D, amazing game. But again, I kind of would want a Wolfenstein game that's more stealth oriented than a shooty bang bang kill Nazis, blah blah blah. Yeah, I get it. It's fun to kill Nazis, but still,
It is.
like a bit more stealth.
Very, very fun.
Oh yes. I can't wait to get access to the other guns though, because there is more than just the Luger you start with. There's a PO8, as it's known as. There's a silenced PO8, there's an MP40, and there's also a Mauser. I love the fucking Mauser. I don't know why. I just love German handguns, especially of the 1940s, because I'm a huge fan of.
How much was the game?
Gun. Let's see. I think it was. Give me 1 second. In pound wise, 14.50.
That's not terrible.
Mhm.
All right,
And if
so
you scroll down, you can see for yourself.
what do you think it's worth?
Well, for the 3 hours that I put into it so far, I have not managed to escape a dungeon yet, due to said issues and the fact that the dungeons are pretty big and they're procedurally generated. So even using that book, you can figure your way out. You can figure your way around, I guess, not out.
Yeah.
But putting all that together, I think it's worth the price.
Okay.
Because if it's procedurally generated dungeons, no dungeon will ever be the same. You'll never encounter anything in the exact same place that you've encountered previously.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I said with the guard placement, it's completely different. You could run into a group of 5 fucking guards in one room, which unfortunately happened to me, and I got screwed over majorly. But you can also like encounter guards one by one, which is what you should hope for. And you need a good pair of headphones to play this game because you need to pay attention to the sounds of their footsteps and them coughing every so often when they stop. And
Yeah,
like,
it's your way to tell where they are.
yeah, their footsteps are the most easiest thing to detect because everyone has footsteps, including yourself. But for some reason, I don't think they can hear your footsteps. But if you make noise like opening doors, unless you get access to a perk,
Then they're gonna hear you. Alright.
you can also use objects and throw them at walls or off the ground.
Alright, so score-wise, we're gonna do this a little differently this time.
I'm glad
Okay, early access titles no longer get a score at all. They're gonna be on
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're gonna be on a 3-grade system. It's either called buy it now, buy it later, or don't buy it at all. So
That's fair.
Well, considering the fact that, as I mentioned with the dungeon layouts, they're procedure generated, so you would never really encounter the same dungeon ever again after the first. And considering its price tag, I'd say buy it now.
alright.
Especially if you're willing to support a single developer. One person making this game. He's done a great job so far. But I said those 3 things I mentioned, they definitely need to be tweaked.
Yeah.
Other than that, and the 4th thing, hit detection. That's very finicky. I'm pretty sure I aimed at the head of the many of the guards that I've killed, and to be honest, knocking them out with your bare hands or with a bottle or a plate. You can kill fucking Nazis with a goddamn plate or even a cup. That's amusing as hell. I abused using a plate as a luring tool. You can abuse objects, so keep that in mind if you were to ever get this game.
Okay.
But yeah,
Awesome.
I'd definitely give it a shot.
It's
It's worth the risk of buying it.
It's a buy it now, guys. A buy it now. Our first buy it now.
Only if you have VR headset, of course, because it is VR only.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there you go.
All right, Murmitch, I want to hear about your snake and not the trouser one. You fucking perv.
Snake Force. So, Snake Force is actually pretty fun. For a free game, it's actually really well made. And I'm terrible at it.
Big surprise, guys.
Because it is very, very easy to accidentally blow yourself up, get yourself shot in the back because you aimed the wrong way, or just run off the edge. And what's even worse is if you fall off the edge and you have a trail of guys behind you, all you freaking hear is as your snake follows you into the lava or death.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
The game is very fun to play.
And since it's free to play, all you have to say is go get it or forget about it. So I mean that's pretty easy.
I would say get it now.
Yeah.
Because it's free, it's fun, it's a great time waster.
All right.
Look at those reviews.
We love time wasters, don't we?
Yes. Oh yeah, and Mario, this podcast is brought to you by Twitch. If you don't want to see ads, become a sub. Okay, let's continue.
This video is sponsored by the like button.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if you don't, go to hell. No. Let's see. So, who wants to go? You want to do yours, Ray? I'll go last.
Sure. I actually played some Nuclear Blaze.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Terrible game. Terrible.
And I'm surprised I didn't notice this sooner. Like when I saw you playing through it, Tim. This is an SCP game.
Yeah.
You don't
really?
you don't notice it. This is actually an SCP game. So if you're a fan of any SCP stuff, then by all means you should be playing this already because it's not very pricey. It's very fun, challenging, and how many cats did you get, Tim?
How many what?
How many cats did you get?
3.
3. I managed to get 7 cats.
Nice.
I was quite surprised, and that there's 14, I believe. And I saw they're actually adding more content soon.
Yep.
Oh wow.
They're gonna add a harder difficulty and or like an entirely harder game mode and more.
SPC, not SPS Mario. I don't think Mario knows what that is.
Secure, contain, protect, or secure, protect, contain, whatever.
Yes.
It's SCP, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyway,
Secure, contain, protect is the acronym.
but yeah, it's fun. It's not a hugely long game, unless you're really bad at platformers. But it's good.
It's good
For
for
the
it's
price tag,
yeah. I was
it's
gonna
good.
say for the price tag, it's really good.
I would give it an 8.
There you go. There you go. And it's not in early access. That's the most important part. So you don't have to worry about waiting for anything. Alright, my first one is a game that I gave to Ray, but that I did not have a great time with. It's Undungeon. Because I went and played more of it after. Because I was being really fucking rough on this game. And I went back and played some more of it. I still didn't like it. I still didn't like it. It's just not a game for me, I guess. Basically, I want to give you an idea. You play as like this amalgamation that is created. And your job is to travel between dimensions and try and save not humanity, but the main dimension from being destroyed. Everything is pretty weird in the game, but like not weird in the interesting and fun. It's more like weird to just be weird. Like the combat is really strange. It's pretty slow, and you have a couple different abilities that you can get through weaponry. It's not awful. It's just not my cup of tea at all. I feel bad because like the game has good reviews, and I imagine a lot of people do enjoy it. Just me personally, which is all I can really speak for in this review, I didn't really enjoy it. It's very slow and plotting and convoluted for no other reason than it has to be. Than it feels like it has to be. I would give it a 5. I mean, it's free on Game Pass. If you get a chance to try it out, try it for yourself. I would never say don't try a game if you have free access to it. But for $20, it's just not an experience for me, personally. That's what I would say. And Ava, thank you for talking. Thank you for having me turn my head and reading that echidnas have 4-headed penises. That was enough for me. That's all I needed.
I already knew that fact.
Okay. But all right. Since how many do each one of you guys have?
I have one more.
You have
I have one more.
And Silver has one more?
Well, technically, but I only played half an hour.
Okay.
So I don't know if I should count that.
I'm just going to do a couple real quick so it makes it so we end at the same time because I don't want to be going for half.
Right ahead.
Tunnel of Doom, which I feel much better about. Okay. Tunnel of Doom, I played like an hour, but it was enough to do a run in the game. And I didn't even die, which I was very impressed with. It is a great, basically tower defense / exploration game. It's a whopping $14. It's real expensive. Yeah. I actually really enjoyed the game. I'm big into like exploration and map. Going through and making sure to clear out a whole map and stuff, so on and so forth. So for me, it's like the perfect type of game for me. But if you like tower defense and dungeon crawling, and a little bit of roguelike in it, because I guess if you die and you go back to the beginning, you can use some of the things that you encounter to do minimal perks and different like amulets that give little buffs and stuff like that. But yeah, it's got replayability. It's fun. It's got a cute little story attached to it. For $14, totally worth a buy for me. It's like a 7 from what I played of it, but it's it's nothing groundbreaking. But it is really good at what it does, and that's the important part.
I've played quite a few tower defense games. Gemcraft was one of my favorites, actually.
Yes, the old classics.
Okay, so quickly, I want to put these out there. Motorcycle Mechanic Simulator, fix your fucking game. Toy Tinker Simulator, fix your fucking game. Clunk Hero, you gave me a copy of your game, it wouldn't even open. Thank you.
Oh, those are fast.
Yeah, those are the quick reviews, and one more, and then I'll give it over to you guys because I got a couple I can do at the end. But
what about that golf game that you showed off at some point? Did you speak about it yet?
Which one was that? Oh yeah, that
really bad one.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that one first. I think it's called Smoots Golf. Yeah. All right, Smoots Golf. Not the worst game I played all year, but fucking god, is it a terrible game.
It's very weird.
Okay, like take Wii Golf and make it even lower budget.
Ow.
And it has no environmental sound in it. Okay, so
That's a little weird.
you hear cheering and grass when you hit the ball, but then you do not hear it bounce. You do not hear it move. You do not hear anything else the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah, that is pretty bizarre.
It is like the lowest of low budget games, and it's more expensive than Golf It or Golf with Your Friends.
That is sad.
I'm just saying this game is like a 1, because I guess it works, but it's like somebody who didn't know how to play golf made a golf game.
Yeah. Because it is rather lacking in the sound department, especially.
Yeah, like how could you release a game that has like no sound?
And also, I mean, you're like the only person on the field too. Like, unlike every other golf game I've seen, that actually has physical characters actually hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Where are all the people that are watching you putt? Nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
It feels so empty. It feels so lifeless.
I think that was the development cycle. Be empty and lifeless. I think that was it. That is fucking 1. This is the type of game that gets a fucking 1 for me.
Empty and lifeless. That sounds like another game that was not very popular on release.
And we're gonna talk about the original joke game.
Deer Simulator.
Got full release on November, yeah.
Oh no, I played it the other night.
Hilarious.
And I played it on stream the other night.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed him.
Oh, yeah, people were like...
It was so funny.
What is this?
So yeah,
Tim was loving it.
yes, it is one of the weirdest / funniest / funnest games I've ever experienced.
I need to watch the VOD.
Yes,
Just by that trailer, it's so fucking amusing, especially when you sprint.
I'm telling you what, the amount of guns you can hook to your head, fucking amazing. I by the time I ended the stream of it, I was at like 100 guns on my forehead.
What?
Yeah, guns.
No way. Over 100?
Yeah, guns, grenades. I had, and you can the people like you see in the trailer where they're Naruto running behind you. You can recruit everyone in the whole entire city to be Naruto people, so they just run behind you with antlers on. It's so great. And the funny part was, this is the original joke game. When we started doing joke games, this was the first joke game we ever did.
And my god, it just looks like fucking just wild fun. It really does.
Have you ever seen a deer ride a horse? You could.
But yeah, but you can.
Trust me, you don't want to.
Yeah, okay. Isn't it on the Game Pass as well?
Yes, that's what I played it on, yeah.
Yeah, I really should install it at some point.
And Murmitch owns the game now, because I made him take it.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Alright. So, let's go back to Silver. You said you played a half hour or something. If you want to wait, you can wait till next time. Because believe me, we got a lot to talk about, don't worry.
Yeah. You know, I'll wait. I wanna play at least through a run of a dungeon.
Okay, so what do you got, Murmitch?
I have Exo 1.
Another Game Pass game. Guys, get Game
Indeed.
Pass. It's totally a sponsor, but get Game Pass.
This game was a trip. Just an absolute trip. Because, like most of the people said down in the reviews, it basically feels like a mix between Interstellar and what's that one space traveling game that released horribly and then got updated a ton?
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's basically a mix between No Man's Sky and the movie Interstellar.
You brought up No Man's Sky. Mario's gonna get a boner.
But in this game, you are some sort of alien metal-looking ball that you can press the left mouse button to increase your gravity, and you can press shift to turn yourself into a disc that basically helps you fly.
And I'm joking, Mario. Calm down. Go ahead.
This game, like, I don't understand the story too much. Not saying that it's bad, but like, you kind of have to try and piece it together to really understand what it's about. And I might probably actually play through the game again just so I can try and get more of the achievements, because you can get achievements and you don't see the achievements until you actually like close out of the game.
Yeah.
You get achievements for reaching really high heights, there's little like glowing orbs that you can pass through to get upgrades that basically just makes it so you can fly a little bit longer. And yeah, as you can see right like on the screen, it's just
it seems like
trippy.
it seems like more of an experience than a game.
It is an absolute experience.
Yeah.
It looks unusual.
Yes.
But it is very fun.
All right. So
It is very fun, because just gliding, skipping along, like sending yourself just absolutely flying at Mach speeds. It's just fun.
All right. So give that bitch a grade.
I want to say 8.5.
We
Only
don't
because-
do 0.5s here. What do you think,
All right.
we're IGN?
No distance.
Then I'll give it a 9, because the visuals were absolutely amazing, and the only reason why it's not a 10 is because I didn't understand the story too much.
Okay.
But gameplay-wise, it was an absolute blast to play, and I probably will play it again just to try and figure out the story.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm kidding.
some games that are pretty don't need story. Haven't you heard?
Oh, yeah.
It's next gen.
Oh my goodness! I set myself absolutely flying in the space level.
Nice.
Just I set myself just reeling like way off. Just like I skipped over like a couple like asteroids I was supposed to like do a gravity sling around.
Mm-hmm.
And I just skipped right to the freaking final asteroid because I got going so fast.
Set a course? What course? I have no idea what you mean.
All right.
For speed engaged.
All right, Ray, what do you got?
Speed is key.
Ramino's Adventure.
What was that? Sorry.
Ramino's Adventure.
Okay.
Nexo 1 is not multiplayer, unfortunately. It is a solo player experience.
What R-O-M...
Romino.
Yep.
Is Adventure.
There you go. Okay.
Truth be told, I don't know how you would play Exo 1 in multiplayer considering how fast you...
You would be throwing discs everywhere as
It's Tetris!
If there was a multiplayer, it would probably be like a race to the finish type thing.
Is it
As
multiplayer? No.
I want to see somebody speed run that game. I really, really do.
What, this one?
No, Exo 1.
Oh.
I mean, this would be a fun speedrun too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So when I looked at this, I was really thinking, oh, that's kind of a fun idea. It'd be interesting. I wonder how, how much playtime we'll get out of it. This is actually really good.
That's great.
Like, there's some challenging puzzles in here. You'd think we're just stacking tetraminos, but no, you can, like, when you are carrying it, you can hang off ledges by hooking them onto the ledge, and then you can jump with
Nice.
the tetramino. So that's kind of like your wall jump, is you hang on to a ledge and then jump. And then you add rotating into that, and there are some levels where you have to actually literally T-spin yourself into, like, over ledges.
Huh.
It gets very complex and fun and very interesting. I was pleasantly surprised with how complex this is.
Well, of course, it was made by Dan.
Of course! Dan's a very complex guy,
Yes.
Alright.
just like his taste in games.
Enter Dan. I love that. But no, it actually looks like a pretty cool concept, because, I mean...
Oh, it's very fun, I think. Like, if Jess likes Tetris and puzzles, then Jess would absolutely love this. Some of these puzzles are getting a little confusing, so I haven't figured everything out yet. But, oh yeah, this is a good one. This is one of those hidden gem kind of things.
Awesome!
It's only like $13 or $12, so
Awesome!
definitely an 8.
Great! Great to hear. Alright. So, I've got 3 more to cover, and then we're gonna get to the awards. The 3 I'm gonna cover are gonna be really quick. It's not that bad. Okay, Lumberjack Simulator. So, we have Lumberjack Simulator, which is actually, okay, it has mixed reviews. It's not terrible, right? But when to be clear, I got this game a month and a half ago at release, right? October 3rd was when it came out of early access. And I decided to wait like a month to play it. And by waiting, it improved the experience immensely. Because when it first came out, it was not very good at all. But at this point, with all the patches and everything that they did after full launch, it's great, actually. If you ever wanted to know what it's like to be a trucker, you can pull your trucks out of the mud, you can go drive around, you can cut trees, you can sit there and use the splitter, you can do whatever, and you can hire a team, just like in Gas Station Simulator. Yeah, it's not bad, actually. But it came out rough. Like, the reason it says mix is because when it came out, it wasn't like game mechanics were broken. It was like the game was broken. Like, yeah, like I guess like they had a problem when they brought the build up to 1.0 and compiled it all from like adding all the features they added to it, it broke the game when they did that. So it caused like a memory leak so bad that people couldn't open the game. So it took them like a week to fix it after it hit 1.0, and it made it so people were pissed off. Which I understand, but at least they were diligent about it and fixed it. But no, it's very fun. It's got workshop support, which makes it so you can do a lot of crazy shit, especially like having mods in there and everything. You know, anything that has workshop support pretty much gives you almost unlimited things you can do. Like, you know, golf it and golf with your friends would not be the same type of game without workshop support, right? So, I mean, it works that way for this as well. It's very fun. It's very simplistic, but for $20, I feel like you're getting your value's worth playing this game, right? There's no, like, lucrative microtransactions. There's no, like, season pass, no bullshit like that. So charging $20 and giving you mod support with the game bumps it up from like a 6 to a 7. Like, it's nothing crazy good, but it's something where everything works, everything functions, and if you enjoy simulators, it's something you should probably give a try.
Yeah, it's not one of the dump fires that are some simulator games.
Yes. Like, believe me, some of them are fucking awful.
Indeed.
Okay, Rising Constellation.
Hey, Dan. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Dan? Rising...
We definitely weren't talking about you, Dad.
Yeah, there's a game called... Damn, that had a developer that had your name in it, and I swear it was you.
Interdan.
Yeah, it was Interdan. But no, this is a very glab game. This is like the most glab game that I've ever read. You're basically... It's a 4X multiplayer grand strategy game. So, I only got to do the tutorial. And it's all I'm going to be able to do because I don't have anyone to play the game against. You know, matchmaking didn't work. I don't know how many people actually own the game. But, I do have to say, from what I actually did with the tutorial and how deep and how, like, involved everything is, I feel like if you are a fan of 4X games, you are going to enjoy the fuck out of this because it's got that deep, like, mechanics to it that make it so you actually, like, if you figure out how to play through everything, that it's going to make it feel worth it. And the people who gave it the reviews that are not positive right now are just saying the game's dead and you have a multiplayer focused game without anybody to play with, which is fair. I mean, if you come out with a game that's multiplayer only and then it doesn't have anybody to play it against unless you buy 2 copies, people aren't going to be happy, obviously. So, you know, I tried to wait out the review as long as I could. I waited a month. So I'm going to give it a 6. It's not a bad game. It's just held back by its constraints to be multiplayer without bots or AI. You know what I mean? Like, if you could play with AI or bots instead of, if you can't matchmake, then it'd be fine. But since you're stuck with matchmaking that you can't find anybody playing, you're kind of fucked. So that one's one that's going to be something I'll probably come back to if it ever rises in popularity. And then This Land Is My Land, which is...
This land is your land.
This is a survival game where you play as Indians. I'm going to still stream this game, and I have a copy to give away, but I did not want to hold off on the review any longer. It is a very, very nice Native Americans, yes, I guess that would probably be the better way to put it. Sorry, you are correct. But no, it's a very nice game. It's got a nice narrative focus throughout the whole entire thing. And it's actually one of the better done survival games, I would say. It's, you know how most survival games are like, give you a giant area of non-detailed description and then toss you in there and see if you survive. Yes, this looks very graphically. Yes, it's very nice graphically. Like I said, it's got mostly positive reviews because it deserves it. It's a very good game. I hope to show it off soon. And I have a copy to give away, so somebody someday will hopefully be able to play this along with me. But, yeah. This game is an 8 for sure. I hope to be able to talk about it and show it off more soon. I don't really want to blab about all of it. I really just want to show it off, but unfortunately, like most times, I'm behind, and I'll get caught up, and you will see this game on the channel in the future. But it's very nice. Yeah, check it out if you get a chance. But it is $40 just to, like, you're paying for the quality. That's all. All right. So now it is time. It is time. It is time for the awards. Now, what type of awards are they? They're not awards that they're gonna win. They're not awards that you probably want to win in most cases, unless you're getting a good one. Because believe me, there's some bad ones. It's time to get ill. Yeah, dog. Time to get ill. Alright, so we're going to start with some of the negative ones, right?
Of course.
Alright, so what is everybody's? We're going to start with Murmitch, and then we're going to do Silver and Ray and then me. What is... This is not most disappointing. Remember, they are separate. What is the worst game that you played this year?
For me personally, wait. Okay, good. I'm not muted. For me personally, the worst game of the year that I played was Una the Druid's Path, because I got soft locked in a boss battling area and literally could not progress in the game. And Una as in OONA.
I found it.
Which I was sad that the game wasn't like, it was a pretty game, but getting soft locked in a game that doesn't really have too many save points, it's pretty sad.
I mean,
and yes, the logo does look like Chick-fil-A.
I mean, at least you got soft locked in a free to play game.
Yeah.
That takes the hurt away a little bit, right?
A little bit, but yeah, I wished it was better, but it's not the one that I wish was better.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Silver?
Oh man, fucking hell! You know I take pride in not playing shitty games. I don't know if I could break the tie though. What would I find worse?
Well, to be fair, Silver, even if you don't consider it necessarily a bad game,
well, it's
like one of them has to be worst of that you played.
Yeah. It's the worst I've played out of the two. So I'd say Outriders is my worst game of the year. Because yes, I played it, but I played it on Xbox. Keep that in mind.
Oh yeah. Okay. Now we have everybody's attention because this is a $60 game that's on a lot of people's worst game of the year list.
I played it on Game Pass, so screw you, Square Enix. You didn't get a penny from me.
Oh, they got money from me.
Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Thank you, Game Pass, for allowing me to play the game for free. Sponsored. So, yeah.
Wait, isn't technically sponsored now?
Well, for Tim it is, yeah. So, what I can remember of it, I really did not like the movement was sluggish as fuck. The combat didn't flow as well as it could. Mind you, I did play the game by myself, so I didn't really, experience the full game as it is. But I think I played enough, at least 20 hours, give or take. And yeah, as I've experienced, just with the one class that I've tried it with, it was not a pleasant experience. The boss battles weren't exactly entertaining. They were kind of generic. The enemy types were also fucking generic. there's so many freaking invisible walls. It's very linear. It feels very linear to me. Story, and I'm like, what? Wait, what story? Sadly, I never got to encounter any of the big bosses, Dan. I guess that's why my opinion of it is, well, pretty damn negative, because my experience wasn't all that, well, fun, to be honest. As I said, I tried to push through. I wasn't enjoying the story or the characters. They had very little personality. Then our character was a bit of a dick.
All right.
Yeah, very repetitive. Indeed. Indeed.
All right, Ray. How about you?
Worst game I played this year.
And all of them is not an answer.
No, it's tough because, like Silver, I try not to play bad games. I really try not to play anything I consider bad. And there was something I had a thought of putting on the list, but then I was like, oh no, wait, that's not out yet. It comes out next year. Never mind, can't say that. So I played Blocker Orange, and this wasn't a bad game per se, and it's not even an expensive game. It's only $1, but it
Here's the thing
also
about
is a
power.
sequel to a game that seems
Once
to
you
be
taste
almost
it,
identical.
There's no going back.
Really?
This planet tried to destroy us.
BLOKKER, Blocker Orange.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Sorry. Okay, so it's basically the
So-
same as Blocker.
It is the same as Blocker, just orange. And I'm sure the puzzles are different. Like maybe it's just, oh hey, here's more of what we gave you before. But I feel like that's usually something you make into DLC.
Yeah, not
So
release
it seems a little weird to just release an entirely new game for the same price, with the same mechanics.
You'd expect them to change it up just at least somewhat.
Yeah, and maybe there was something all the way near the end. I didn't quite finish the whole thing, so. But it's just, yeah, it's the same.
All right, mine.
But still good.
Well, that's at least a saving grace, right?
Right.
All right, mine is the opposite. Mine is Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Okay, why is mine different than Silver's? Because I went back in the last week and played both. I went back in, I reinstalled both the games and played them again, right? So, as Outriders has improved, Dungeons and Dragons has not at all. It still has some of the fucking weirdest glitches and not. Hey, and like the enemies still don't take damage half the time. It still has the weird like difficulty spikes out of nowhere for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. Like why this game is still terrible. I mean, it is fucking terrible.
Oh, believe me, when we get to the most disappointing, I will add on to that.
Yeah. So, because Outriders improved, it got the edge over Dungeons and Dragons because, like I said, you know, it came out in June and in November, the game's literally not any better. I mean, it might be better in a small capacity, but not better to the point where it's worth purchasing or playing on Game Pass or playing at all. Yeah.
Honestly, that actually breaks my heart. It really does.
Yeah, there has been almost zero improvement with this game since June.
A terrible Dungeons and Dragons game. How fucking dare you, Wizards of the Coast? How fucking dare you?
Well, you think by now at least they'd fix what was there. This is my game of the year. Yeah,
You're such a joker, Dan.
I was gonna say, man, if this is your game of the year, then you only played this in Battlefield 2042.
Oh, ouch! Kick them nuts and then shoot them. Why don't you? My God, with pepper spray.
All right, so now it's on to the more important category. What is the most disappointing game you played this year? So this changes it up. The worst is obviously the worst, like mechanically, combat-wise or whatever. What is the game that you had really high hopes for and it just shit the bed? Like,
mine is easy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yours is Dungeons and Dragons, ain't it?
Yep.
Okay, well I'll leave it up. All right, tell me, Silver, why you think it's the most disappointing game of the year.
So the reason why is because way back in 2000, the original Dark Alliance game released on PS2, and then following maybe 2-3 years later, 2004 or was 2004, Dark Alliance 2 came out, and then there was announcement there was going to be a Dark Alliance 3 from Black Isle. A year later, unfortunately, it was cancelled, and we never got a Dark Alliance 3. But fast forward to this year, almost what, 16, 15 years fucking later, we got this fucking abomination. This
He's
bastard child.
He said Black Isle, not Black Kyle.
Yeah, Black. Yes, they made some of the best RPGs of the early 2000s. They worked alongside Wizards of the Coast, to make some really good Dungeons and Dragons and other RPGs, which are based in, I think it's Norath. Yeah, but that's for another time. As to why this was so disappointing for me, is because I had high hopes for the return of a Dark Alliance game.
Mm-hmm.
As the Dark Alliance games were basically a part of my childhood when I was growing up on the PS2. I thought that this could have breathed some new life into a franchise we have not seen in well over a decade and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got this on release, a broken fucking mess with animations being so goddamn stiff and slow. Hit detection was way off the fucking mark. The combat was extremely repetitive and dull. The characters themselves were boring. The classes didn't quite fit their personalities if they even fucking had one to begin with. And then there was the fucking enemies and then the bosses. Oh, fuck them. I'm just extremely disappointed.
Good point, Dan.
And I wish that it wasn't what didn't have to be. It didn't have to fucking be this way. I just wish it wasn't.
Well,
This way.
the thing is that like Natalie, I feel bad for Natalie, who was part of our community. She pre-ordered this shit. She straight up bought it, right? Like, but the thing is like it was a new developer that they put on it, right? And you if you don't have a pedigree there, you could say it has former developers from doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like if you don't have like everybody from a team, then you just have pieces from a team.
Yep, and pieces of a team that made some of the original games does not make the game any better.
Exactly.
It doesn't. You don't have the full, you don't have the full idea, the full image, the full, what's the word I'm looking for? Full picture. There's another word I'm looking for. I just can't say it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get my point.
You don't get the full like knowledge spectrum of a crew if you don't have everybody there too, because you could have a QA department that really makes sure their games are done up tight. You could have a really good lead developer that makes it so everything stays on track and nothing falls behind. Just having like the art department from a game, or the people that made the combat system or anything. Not having one part doesn't automatically make the game good.
Yeah, the vision. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Vision. It did not have any of the heart. It did not have any of the vision. It was just my most disappointing game of the year.
Okay.
And I doubt it will improve anytime soon.
No, I don't think it'll improve at all. If it hasn't improved by now, then there's no reason to believe it will.
Yeah, right.
All right, Murmitch.
Yeah.
What's your most disappointing game this year?
This is gonna surprise all of you, but it's Subnautica Below Zero.
What?
Not surprised me at all.
Yeah, considering what me and Murmitch have spoken about over the course of the beginning or at least half of the year,
Yeah.
of seeing how the game started.
I was so hoping
Okay.
for like this is supposed to be like a second Subnautica. I have so many gripes with the game, but the game itself is fun,
Yeah.
but it's not fun in the fact that they didn't have the story progression that the first game did. Like, the way that they plotted things out in the first game was you had little life pods that you went to that you got more tidbits of information about the story. It added more stuff. It helped you get out and explore different biomes. In this game, they didn't have that. It was up to the player to actually go out and explore all the different biomes on their own volition instead of dragging them out there to progress, like the first game did. So, because I really didn't want to leave the starting area at all. And with normal Subnautica, it forced me to get out of my comfort zone to try and to get out into all these different places, but
Since it didn't force you, you didn't want to.
I still went to the places, but it didn't help me find the places all that much. They gave me a map.
Straight up said, "Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here's a map. Go find stuff."
You want to know where it is? Oh, too bad.
Oh yeah, you can spend an hour wandering around a single area, and then you won't find what's shown in the freaking video just now. You won't find that frozen gigantic monster because you missed the cave when you were running past it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is quite surprising for me, at least, because I know how big of a fan you are of the series.
I love Subnautica. And one last thing before I'm done talking, but I hate that they changed the way the prawn suit works.
Yeah.
Because the fact that moving forward in the water drains your boost was by far my least favorite thing in the whole game.
Okay, that I did not know.
I'm afraid something terrible is going to
Because, for Pete's sake, the first game you could get going at insane speeds, and I'm pretty sure that's what they were trying to avoid by doing that.
Nerfing.
By basically nerfing the prawn suit, but it doesn't make sense doing that between the two games.
Yeah, should have done it to the original before you left it in and then tried to fix it in the sequel.
Yeah, it's like
They should have improved it.
an upgrade. If the prawn suit Mark II I'm pretty sure it was the Mark II in the first game, and then the Mark III in just Below Zero. It should be an upgrade, not a downgrade.
Sure.
So it doesn't make sense that an upgrade is worse than the previous version of a machine.
That's very true. All right. I'm interested. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
But in any case,
There's the voice acting.
oh yeah, the voice acting wasn't up. It wasn't as good as the first game, at least in my opinion. And the fact that they changed the PDA voice, I hated that as well. Because when you think of an AI voice, you think of like the first game, like a voice that you have no idea, like it sounds robotic-y. They actually gave it an Indian accent in Below Zero. And I know that that might be cool for some people, but I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Cool for Twitter.
It didn't
I'm sure
fit.
Twitter loves that.
It didn't fit.
It didn't fit. That's the thing.
Okay.
It didn't fit.
All right, I'm interested to hear this one. What is Ray's what?
No, other Indian.
I don't know if you'd be surprised about this, Tim, but yeah,
Not Native
you are
American
correct.
in this case. This would be Indian, as in like
Yeah, Punjabi.
yeah, Egyptian Indian. But
No.
yes.
No, Punjabi Indian.
Oh, Punjabi, yes. But go ahead, Ray. I mean, yeah.
My most disappointing game of the year was Origami 2.
Okay, no, that is not really surprising, actually.
Right? See, I didn't think you'd find that too surprising because, yeah,
Because there's
I was looking forward to, like, there's a lot of people who were disappointed by Origami 2 being like feeling very different from Origami 1, and they are definitely right. It does have a slightly different feel. I don't mind the different direction they're taking with it, but what I'm most disappointed with is the lack of crossplay and how slowly it seems they're working on getting that out. Because it's been a few months now, and I have not seen any more news on it after they said anything about it.
and they haven't put out a patch since the 6th of October.
Exactly. Like, right? It's good they put out that patch because they did. There was some things they needed to adjust, but it gives you the impression that maybe this was rushed to release a little bit too much.
Say it ain't
They-
so. That never happens. What are you talking
I
about?
know. New indie games, especially rushed release. Yeah. I feel like it would have been far better if they had waited till like they could get everything like the cross-play, fixing multiplayer, because it seems like multiplayer is a little laggy too. It could have been so much better. I hope they can get everything working, and I'm sure it'll be fantastic when it is, fully updated and they've got everything working the way it should be. But
For the time being.
for the time being, I'm disappointed with the state of multiplayer and how slowly they've been pushing out updates. And watch, they'll probably push one out like tomorrow or next week, and
No, you know what? We'll be playing it if it does.
absolutely.
Does
I definitely look forward to trying out multiplayer.
Is that at launch, Dan, that happened, or is that like recently?
I think he played it like quite some time after me, you, and Jess played it.
Yeah, because I know they had that DirectX 12 issue. Yeah, I know you played it on Game Pass. I'm talking about, did you play it at launch or not? All right, mine, which is pretty interesting because I know that this is not something that most people were hyped about. That's weird. Hello.
Hi. What's up?
Not much. Mine is actually a game that I bought really thinking it was going to be something awesome, and then found out everything in the game was pretty much fucked up.
I love that game. Sorry. I was looking at the origami one.
Huh.
Sorry.
Hood, Outlaws and Legends.
Ah, yes. I kind of was curious about the game.
Go eat your food.
What? I was checking out your games, man.
That's alright, this is the worst games, that's fair.
I don't know,
These
the
are the ones you wanna
origami
check
one
out.
was cool.
Yeah. These are not the ones you want to check out.
Aw, come on.
Hey, this is from the people that made Sonic and All-Star Teams Racing Transform too.
I just got here.
What? Really?
Yeah, Sumo Digital.
Bloody hell, how did they go from that to this?
Easy. Because is this a racing game?
Clearly fucking not.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're the competitive speed running type, maybe.
You know what the thing is about this game? Alright. It is a alright game if they took out the PvP part. The problem is that they want to incorporate PvP and PvE at the same time. So you got two teams of 4 that pick their group and then try on each end of the map to go in and steal treasure and then get out, while doing the PvP part to take out their opponent and get all of the spoils for themselves. So what it turns into, unfortunately, is they just sit there on each side of the map in PvP, don't ever get the treasure, and just go forward and kill each other.
That sounds overly.
Welcome to
Well,
PvP.
it did have PvE, but it's just that the main focus of the game apparently was PvP, not PvE.
Yeah, it's both, because you're going against, you'll have the people protecting the treasure, which will be AI. Yeah, the guards are AI. But then you have to go against the other team of actual people that will sit there and just attack you the whole entire time, going back and forth, killing each other to the point where no one ever gets anything done, and it turns into a long slog. I played matches in the... I only played a little bit after, at least, if you look at, the 0.2 hours I have. But I played it in the pre-release build because I bought, stupidly bought the deluxe edition pre-order. So I played 4 hours of it. And every single fucking time I played, it just turned into 35-minute matches of I killed them, they killed me. I killed them, they killed me. I killed them, they killed me.
So basically a vicious cycle that never fucking
If you wanted to play COD, you'd go play COD.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can look at this game and see where it had potential. The fact that you're trying to hoist your treasure up, so you had to have people defend you while
cooperation.
Yeah, cooperation. You had to go behind the guards, steal keys so you can get into the treasure and everything else. It had a lot of good ideas, and I like the fact that it was in the time period of Robin Hood. But man, the execution was just fucking terrible. It's fucking terrible. But yeah, that's my most disappointing, because I wanted a game in this time period in this play style to be good, and it was not.
Yeah, basically this looks like it could have been a Thief multiplayer game, but failed miserably due to the fact that it had a mechanic in the game that didn't really fit.
All right, so we're gonna finish out our worst series here with the worst company of the year, gaming company of the year, and I feel like there should be no debate.
I was going to say, I feel like we might all be in agreement on this already.
Yeah, this is the only year where we're all gonna agree.
All together now.
It's Activision.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, Activision and Blizzard and Ubisoft in a close second.
All of them.
Yep, Activision Blizzard is all absolutely the worst company.
Yeah, Activision, Blizzard, then Ubisoft, then EA, because EA just makes shitty games. That's kind of...
EA does what EA has always done. And
Yeah.
that doesn't change.
I'd much rather deal with EA making shitty games than either Ubisoft allowing people to be sexually exploited at work, or Activision, which is literally hey, we know that we've had a lot of problems here, but we're not going to punish anybody at the top. We'll fire everybody else, but Bobby's got to stay. Bobby's got to stay.
Absolutely fucking disgraceful.
But the problem is that the casual fans of Call of Duty and everything are going to prop that company up forever.
And suck
They
their
don't care.
dicks.
And they could release Call of Duty the name of it could be literally same shit as last year, and they'll be like, ooh, new Call of Duty, gotta buy that. I mean, literally, it doesn't matter what they do at this point. They could release fucking shit, and people will eat that fucking shit up. They don't care.
If only you blind sheeple will realize that if you stopped buying their games, they would actually maybe fucking give a shit for once.
To be fair, Silver,
Just,
casual gamers do not give a fuck about gaming news.
I know.
They-
Sadly, it's the sad truth of it.
Casual gamers don't give a fuck about indies. Casual gamers don't give a fuck about controversies. Casual gamers just want their casual games, and they want to have them in a easy area that will go to their local Walmart, and they will buy them, and they will go home and play them. They don't care about anything that revolves around it, and that's their right to do so. Not every gamer has to be engaged in everything else. But if you know and you knowingly support them, knowing that,
Fuck you.
then it's some bullshit, right? Like if I went and said, yeah, I'm gonna go buy Call of Duty after I said to Activision the worst,
You're
yeah,
basically part of the problem.
yeah, then you're allowing them to continue to make money even though they're absolute fucking assholes. So, like, I saw that Nintendo and PlayStation and Xbox, like, all came out and said that they like thought what Activision doing was scummy. But at the end of the day, did any of them take any of their games off their store? No, because it's still at the end of the day, it's all about money.
Yep. Money.
All right, so let's go to a little more cheerful category. How about the game we wish we played more of this year?
Ooh. That's quite the doozy.
Mine. I thought instantly, and I figured it out what it was.
I was gonna say I suggest this category because I knew exactly which game I was gonna put into it.
Okay, what'd you put, Ray? Since you came up
Well,
with
it's
the category?
because, but probably this game would have been in another category if I had played more of it.
Okay.
But I haven't. Tales of Arise.
Oh yeah. That's not the last time. That's not the last time you're gonna hear that name. All right.
No, no, it's not. But yeah, I have so many Tales games I haven't finished at this point. I can't bring myself to start another one without finishing the other ones. So yeah, and JRPGs are such a time investment. We all know this. Tim knows. Tim can speak quite well on this. That JRPGs are a time investment. But it looks so good, and I've heard so many good things about it that I really, really want to play some of this. But I won't let myself. I need to at least finish Berseria.
Yeah, I need to play through that one too. That's the only one I have, I think.
Now, Tim?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
Can we put the same game in multiple categories?
Why not?
Okay, just asking.
It's what I did with them.
Okay. So okay, next one. Who wants to put theirs in? I don't care. Murmitch, what's yours then? So it's gonna be something you're gonna. Is it satisfactory? What?
Valheim.
Oh, Valheim. Really?
That's fair.
More time?
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Murmitch. I have to clarify one thing. If this is both your Razor Award and the other one, I'm not going to allow
It's
that.
not my Air Razor Award.
Okay.
I was gonna say that'd be a little overkill.
This was very close to being the Air Razor Award.
That does
You put it
surprise
about
me
100 hours
slightly. But
And you
Go
put
on.
There's a game that came out this year that I did play more, but I really, really want to see what the devs have in store for Valheim. As you guys know, I've been putting a ton of time into this game.
11 hours so far.
I promised
We need
myself.
11 hours.
I promised myself.
113 hours.
Well, over the last 2 weeks, 11 hours.
Yeah, because I haven't played it much in the past 2 weeks.
Mario, and when this game released, I actually bought a whole server for it and everything.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, you missed that, Mario.
Mm-hmm. This game was and still is an amazing game, and I can't wait to see what they add for the ocean update, the I forget what the something lands, Darklands? I think it's the Darklands, the ones with all the spider webs. But I know they've got some really amazing stuff that they're working on. They fairly recently released the Hearth and Home update, which added a bunch of just home improvement stuff and a couple of other hidden features that are actually really, really nice too. So
I know one thing. When probably by summer of 2022, I'll have another server bought, and we'll be playing more of it again. Because I want to let the game progress a little bit. Because when it came out, there was only so much you could really do besides building. I understand building is a big thing, but like I like to have a good mixture of building and progression. You know what I mean? So I figure by summer, right? With a couple more updates, there'll be more to do. There'll be more to build. There'll be more to see. And then it'd be worth getting everybody together and having a server that everybody can enjoy again.
Mm-hmm.
And if I ever get rid of it again, I'll make sure to download the fucking map. I know, Murmitch.
Thank you.
I know. I messed up there. I'm sorry. All right. What about you, Silver?
Oh, blimey. I don't know, dude. I'm so fucking over the shop with games I get over a year. Like, I start playing it and don't pick it back up for like maybe a year or even longer than that. There's just so many. I can't really just name one, to be honest.
He needs to play more Doom Eternal. He never finished the DLCs.
I don't even have them, so...
Yeah.
And I've seen the reviews for them and I'm like, I'm not impressed. Too bad.
Alright.
Shame.
Alright, well mine...
I don't really have a definitive answer because I just have so many.
Mine is Chernobyl, honestly.
Chernobyl,
Yeah.
I mean, I only played 6.6 hours of it.
I played one!
Something happened here.
I played 1 hour!
Shame on you. I played at least 4 or 5 missions.
Some of you
No, I showed it off on stream, said I was going to play more, and never got back to it. I'm serious about going back and playing more of it. But the good part about being a streamer who makes his own schedule is I can go back and play more of it.
Whenever he wants.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna take the time to do it because I had a lot of fun with it. It's got cool idea with the whole like building and going out and getting resources and everything to it. I had a lot of fun with it. It seems to have a cool story and environment and characters. So yeah, I'm going back into it.
Well, if it comes to a game like this, then I would definitely recommend just downloading Stalker Lost Alpha, which is free, by the way, people. It's fucking free, but it is pretty big in installation size, maybe 30 gig.
I know, Ava, you like this game. I know. Yeah.
What's it all for? What's at stake?
But yeah, I did too. That's the whole point, Ava. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna play some more of it, and I'm gonna stick to it and make sure to get it done.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'd pretty much add that on one of my 5 games that I must return to.
See, I gave Silver an idea. Look at that. Alright, so you got no answer for that category? Is that what your deal is?
No
So-
definitive answer, no. Because as I said, I have so many fucking games that I've started this year, but have not played a lot of.
Okay, so here's a fun category, and a one that leads into something else I'm going to say real quick. This is the Air Razor Award. Which
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so for people that don't know, Air Razor was a great person in our community. He loved his video games. He played the fuck out of video games. He did not just play a video game. He like stuck his hand up. He stuck his fist up the video game, feeled around a little bit. He violated that shit. Like he played it so much.
Experienced in.
That's certainly a way to put it.
Yeah, he was a great friend and a good, a wonderful person in the community, who unfortunately passed away of COVID related illness. I don't know exactly. He bled to death, so I have no idea if it was directly related or whatever. But
He's no longer with us.
yeah, either way, he's no longer with us. So I created an award, which is going to be for the game that we played the most over the course of a year. It's going to be a continuing award, even though the podcast is going on a break after December. Whenever it does come back, it will always have that award attached to the end of the year. I will always miss him, and I always remember everybody in the community. People have gone, people who've came and left, no matter what the reason. And he's going to be immortalized with this award forever because he definitely deserves it because he was a gamer among gamers for sure.
Yeah.
So, to his wishes that he wanted me so badly to play one game that I decided to put it on the schedule starting this Friday, and I can't believe I'm saying this after last year's awards. I we'll be playing Fallout 76 starting on this
Oh my
Friday evening.
goodness.
And I can honor his honor a thing that I had with him and drag Tim to the wasteland hell that I have experienced over 30 hours of.
You know what's funny though, Dan, is without AirRaiser and without Silver playing it before me, I would have never knew that it improved. So like if it's terrible, whatever. I promised him I'd play it though. Even trolling Tim, even in the well, fair enough. You know what? If it's bad, it's bad. But you know what? I didn't have to buy it. It's on Game Pass.
Yep. Because I still have the game installed. I have not uninstalled it because I'm going to keep my word by literally playing the game until I at least finish the story.
Okay. So the award is simply put the game that we played the most in 2021. Which mine is an absolute shock to me and probably everybody in this group. But I'll let someone else go first. What is the game you played most in 2021?
Well, me, Ray, and Murmitch probably have the same fucking one, but this PSO2, there you fucking go. I played
Genesis.
I played over 200 fucking hours of that. Even though with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, I did actually play 200 hours of that too, but
162 hours on record.
Yeah. And for me, 582.5. My fucking...
Oh, yours is Cyberpunk? Nice, Dan.
That's what the original too.
Well, I also did play over 100 hours, or was it 160 something hours of Cyberpunk. But that's not my most played game of this year. No, not by far.
Is it sad that my most played game of the year is under 30 hours?
Not necessarily. That might be
not necessarily for you.
Because I play a lot of games for a little bit of time. You know, usually it's on Steam. It'll tell you how much you have. So you go to your Steam profile and it'll tell you a list of how much you played. I just looked to see the games that I played starting in this year, and I figured out which games that I had played the most in 2021. Don't worry, Ava. We're doing this as a respect for him. It's a way to honor him. It's not the way to bring anything down again. All right. So all three of you have the same.
Well, I hadn't actually considered PSO2 because New Genesis technically did launch, but it's kind of the same game, but it's not. But it is, but it's not. If I wasn't going to count PSO2 though, mine would probably end up being Atelier Ryza 2 Lost Legends of the Secret Fairy, because I have 75 hours of that on record.
And mine would probably be either Warframe, because fucking Warframe, or, yeah, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. 200 hours. 200 hours.
Yeah, Legendary Edition came out this year, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes,
I
played.
forgot about that.
I played through all three games again, like I have done about 6 or 7 fucking times over the last however many years since the game. The
I
trilogy.
appreciate it.
Okay, so here's something funny for me, right? My most played game of 2021 is Necromunda Hired Gun.
Really?
By 2 hours.
Wow, 20.
Cutting it a little close, huh, Tim?
Yeah, the next game after that was Tales of Arise.
Wow, it beat Tales of Arise. That's kind of surprising.
I'm not gonna lie, this game is actually really good. It started out, it was rocky at launch, but like they fixed everything, and even at launch it wasn't broken. So it's fun. It's like a mix of Doom and Warhammer.
With bounty hunting.
Yeah, with bounty hunting, it's fun. You guys had your Cyberpunk, mine was Necromunda, basically. I mean, yeah, you know what, honestly, Dan, I play so many fucking games that I don't put a lot of time into any of them. I go back and I revisit them, or I beat them, and 26 hours was the highest I got this year, amazingly enough. I mean, if you count, that's games that were released in 2021, though. If you count, like,
only counting those.
Yeah, like if I said like what I played most this year, it'd still be Rocket League. I'm sitting at somewhere like 600 and something fucking hours total in Rocket League.
Oh yeah, games that released this year, then yeah, it would have to be the Mass Effect Legendary Edition then, because that did come out this year, and yeah, 200 hours.
Like the top 3 were Valheim. Well, Necromunda is number 1, Tales of Arise was number 2, and Valheim was number 3. So
yeah, we played quite a bit of that this year.
We did.
But sadly, that did not come out this year. It came out last year.
what's that?
Valheim. That
No,
came
No,
out.
Valheim came out this year.
Valheim came out this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
Came out in February.
Time fucking
Yep.
flies.
Yeah, Valheim came out this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Remember?
My God.
Remember that was the game I was kicking myself because we found it on the podcast and I was like, yeah, we should totally start playing this. And then like the next day it fucking started blowing up on fucking Twitch and YouTube and I was like, God damn it! Yeah, like I literally found it and no one had been talking about it and I was like, wow guys, this looks really good. We should probably play this. And then yeah, the next day it fucking blew up and I was kicking myself so hard for not like playing it immediately. But you can't predict how Twitch or fucking anything's gonna work, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yep.
But yeah, let's see. So that's that award. Let's see. The next one, before we get to the big ones, is the most potential you see in an early access game, either this year or last year that's not released. So I did one based on stuff that was just released this year and stuff that was released last year.
Oh, so I can pick 2 then.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
something that's still in early access this year, or something that released this year. So it can be both or one or the other. Sounds like you? Fuck you.
Okay, so
That changes things a little bit.
well,
Yep.
you want to go
Well,
first?
we're gonna split it into
I
2.
know what Murmitch is gonna say for something that's still ongoing,
Satisfactory.
and
Satisfactory.
It is exactly what I was gonna say. Satisfactory, because that has so much potential. That is going to be a fantastic game when it fully releases.
Oh my goodness.
Already a
We're,
fantastic game. So
we're only on version 0.5 and already we've gotten an insane amount of content and literally hundreds of hours worth of content to play.
There goes my chance. What do you mean? They love Satisfactory, and you like Satisfactory. So if
Yes.
you ever need anybody to play with Mario, there you go.
And guys,
Oh, it's great.
yeah, I mean, on that note, we really should get back into it. Says
We need to.
the newest update just came out, and that's
The problem is all these updates are coming out. Minecraft freaking updated with the
Right?
Cave Cliffs update. There's so many things.
Warframe's coming out this month.
don't remind me.
And wait till the worst part is wait till you see the list of games we have this month that we are looking forward to. It is fucking insane. And this is only for 2 weeks that my list actually entails of.
Cries many tears.
Okay. So that's for your one like before this year. How about one that came out
that
this
came out last year. That
Yeah, I
came out
know.
last
That's what I
year.
mean. That's what I mean. So like what's one that came out this year that you're looking forward to?
Well, for me, Proteus.
Proteus?
Proteus. Prodeus.
There you go. I didn't even know that was an early access. There you go.
Yes. It's got a fucking banging soundtrack, like my fucking word. The combat is visceral, fast-paced, and very satisfying. And the weapons so far, I have not found all the weapons, but I've found most of the weapons that are in current progress of the early access campaign. They have their usefulness. They have their enemies that you would use them on, and man, it really is just like retro Doom. It really does feel like retro Doom, but with its own flavor, its own spice.
So November 9th is this year. I'm just busting your chops, but
Well, Okay, well, okay. I guess that was my game from last year then.
Okay, no, I was just asking for a game from this year. That I looked
Game
at the
from
date and I was
this
like,
year?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for me personally, it would have to be a tie between Viscera Fest and Severed Steel.
Severed Steel in early access? I thought that was out.
No, Severed Steel is indeed still in early access.
Really?
Yep.
Bullshit! Haha!
Oh, it's not. Oh, it did release in September. Fuck. Well, for me then, I guess
It's
it's
Viscera Fest. That's fine.
I came out in May. Because I finished the first chapter, but that's all that was in, and I was like, but I want to play more.
Alright, so how about Ray for 2021? What do you got?
I'm gonna go same style of game. Dyson Sphere Program came out this year, and Dyson Sphere Program already has again a lot of content in it. But
Guys,
I got it there.
and guys in the chat, I'm sure you have your own opinions, yes?
Yeah, what's a game that came out in early access over the last while that you guys have enjoyed?
yes, do tell.
If you have played any, that is.
Right. If you don't.
Then it is understandable. Because not everyone is willing to take a risk.
Similar to games you played, Timberborn. Yeah, I imagine. Yep.
I mean,
'Cause,
there's resource management.
Because there's one game I can mention, and me and Tim have been waiting for to be fucking released.
Oh, that
For
game
how many years?
almost 7.
Yes. It reminded me of how long Starbound took to fucking release too.
The question is, what is a game in early access either this year or last year that you feel like has the most potential? And Honey, I Joined a Cult is a good one, Dan. I've seen some gameplay of that. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this game as well, Ray.
Yeah, look at those reviews.
All right, Murmitch, what's yours from this year?
And it can't be
Let's
satisfactory.
see.
Yeah, it can't be satisfactory.
I know. The game I wish I played more of is actually
No.
Hoko Life. No?
No, the early access game from
Oh.
this year that you think has most potential.
Didn't we already cover that?
You
No.
covered
Last year.
You covered last year's, which was satisfactory.
And then
And
I
you've
said
already talked-
Valheim for most promising.
No, you said Valheim for a game you wish you played the most of, or played more of.
Pay
Oh.
attention, Murmitch. Come on, mate. Pay attention.
How did I?
That's fine. It's fine. You can put them both in there. It's fine.
No, the game I wish I had played more of was Hoko Life. The game that was the most promising was Valheim.
Hey,
Okay.
Everybody in the chat's like, get your shit together. How was Timberborn? Timberborn's good. Timberborn's a very.
Timberborn is another good one. Yes.
It's a very good
If
game.
I had to pick another one besides Dyson Sphere Program, Timberborn would be.
And
my
guess
guy.
what, Ava? After we're done with all the categories, I'll put on the joke game again. Okay, that's fair. I can do that again.
Oh, not again.
Okay, so we're gonna do game of the year, and then we're gonna do most anticipated game of next year.
That makes sense.
So-
Game of the year.
So for most anticipated, I have an indie game and a AAA game. It doesn't, and not everybody has to do that. I just did it because I have one of each type.
We know Tim's about indies.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't even need the talk for this one. You guys already know what it is.
What, the top 5 games of the year?
No, but
That's
Anticipated game? Yes, we might know what that is, but we're doing games of this year for now.
yeah. So we're gonna each do our number 5, or if you have an honorable mention, we can do that first.
alright.
So my honorable mention game is Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fair.
Yeah, fair. Because that has definitely,
Because after Marvel Avengers, this was a beautiful way to come back to form for Square Enix, for sure. And like yeah, they actually made up for a lot with this game. Like it's really good. This is another one I need to come back to, but there's a lot of other games I gotta come back to first. But I will play through it someday, and what I played of it already was very enjoyable. So, like I said, it's great. I mean, why wouldn't I want to play more? The game's actually fun. The mechanics of being able to like get your teammates to do all types of cool shit, and you know, very light puzzle parts to it is nice instead of just like trying to frustrate the piss out of you while you get everything done. Yeah, Square Enix did a lot of games this year, and they gave them all to me for free, which is weird.
Can't complain about that now, can you?
No, I can't. Alright, so who wants to do their number 5 first?
I actually have to order them.
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Okay, so this games of this year.
Yeah, so top 5 games of this year starting at number 5.
Alright.
I mean,
If you guys need time.
Nioh 2. Number
What?
5 for me is Nioh 2. Or Neo 2, how you wish to say. That came out this year, at least on PC. I know it came out last year on PlayStation 4. Shut up. I'm talking about the PC version.
Okay,
Not
that's
the
fine.
PlayStation 4 version.
That's fine. It came out in February. It counts. Alright, so what do you feel like that makes this a contender for your top game of the year? That we'll just make it simple.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the various combat styles with all the weapons, as well as the like jujitsu tools that you can use for like the more stealth oriented kind of gameplay, as well as the Onmyo. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Omnio?
Yeah, Omnyo. There you go. Yeah,
Omnio.
which is basically
Onion.
in shush.
It sounds like you're trying to say onion in French.
Onion, yeah,
The
you put
onion.
Anyway, stop it. Throw me off here.
Okay, go ahead.
From what I've played of the game, which is like the chapter 3, I have not finished the game. I know. Can't seem to fucking finish the game this year, except I have. So, but I've really enjoyed the combat. It's fast-paced, it's smooth. The animations are great. The visuals, it's a beautiful game, very gritty, and there's a lot of like demon spirits you can utilize as weapons, but also you can have like one of them in your like personal home as well. And there's various characters that definitely make you want to beat the crap out of them because that's so fucking obnoxious. But yeah, I've definitely this is definitely number 5 on my top 5 games of this year because of how much I've enjoyed it so far.
Alright, that's cool.
How it ends, to be honest.
Alright, what's yours, Ray? Because I know you were ready.
I'm gonna say Nuclear Blaze because I really enjoyed playing through that. It was surprisingly more fun than I thought it was going to be, and had a decently like presented story. Like it wasn't like super complicated or even hard to find, but it for the amount of effort and work that went into it, it seemed like such a well done and well presented narrative and gameplay experience.
Nice. Hey, I'm happy I showed it to you. See, coffee and indie does work at times. It doesn't work. It doesn't work with fucking viewership. I'll tell you that much. But you know what? I'm gonna keep doing it. So fuck them.
Pick your wins where you can get them, right, Tim?
Exactly. If one person sees a game they like, at least it was worth it to me. And it made the top 5 games of the year. See, look at that. But
What's your 5, Murmitch?
Murmitch just ran away.
Nope. No, I'm
thinking.
yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Still thinking.
Number 5 for my list is Nightgate Tale. Because I did enjoy that game quite a bit.
Oh, I remember this. Holy shit.
Yeah.
We're going all the way back to April.
Very, very, very difficult game, but it's still really fun.
With cute cat girls.
Well, it's not just cat girls, it's monster girls.
Boo.
Yeah, with boobs.
Yep. But the game itself is really, really fun to play.
Well,
even if
good.
it is very, very hard.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Difficulty's you know, I don't look at it like Dark Souls where I go out of my way looking for stupid difficult games, but you know.
Well, I'm sorry,
You're
Ava. I
playing
had
stupidly
to
difficult
go
games.
try and look through my games that I played to try and find the top 5 because I thought it was just the top.
Because he didn't read a message from 7 days ago.
Oh shush! I'm very busy.
Me too. You know what that's called? At nighttime when I put on Spotify and get all of my work done in one day here.
Look at you. Just kidding.
Sure, I can do more facts. No, I want to hear people's top games of the year. Ava, you gotta have one too. Is it like
Come on. Get involved.
Is it Phasmophobia, then Forewarned, or
came out last year.
Forewarned and then Phasmophobia? I don't care for them. We're the only ones that have to stay in the constriction of the actual format. I just want to hear what games they like. Alright, so my number 5 is actually another game from a while back, Dreamscaper. So this is very much a day and night cycle game. And basically what you do is during the day you make relationships which you use to get buffs and to acquire more equipment and everything like that. And then at night you go into this dream world, which turns into the actual action sequences you see here. Yeah, it's basically dream, die, wake, repeat, which has taken me a long time because I've never actually beaten the game. There's even more to do, so I'm absolutely screwed. And in a couple months, they're releasing more to do, so I'm never going to finish it. So it doesn't matter if I finish it though. The game is deep, fantastic, and fun. So I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's a fun game that will give you hours of entertainment for a very cheap price, and it is amazingly made quality-wise. So if I was gonna, this is my, I usually fill up my whole entire list with indies. There isn't a lot of indies on my list this year, but this one is fucking great. So if you check out one, check out this. It's definitely got a lot of it's all done, and it's got a lot of content coming in the future. So check it out if you get a chance. All right, number 4.
Shit.
Because I'm paying attention, I'm going first.
Okay.
Z-Race.
Is that just Z? Okay, I got it. Yep. Okay, Z-Race.
Which I had a absolute butt ton of fun playing. And in certain races I got to the top 10, which I'm sure I've been displaced at this point because I haven't played it in a long time, but it is a very, very fun VR racing game. Where your hand is the plane.
Huh, so you turn everything with your hand in motion?
Yep.
That's cool. I'm actually disappointed
And
with
how you go up and down is also depending on how much you tip up and down your hand, and you can get boosts and other stuff, and they've actually added a couple more tracks since I last played.
That's great. And Ava, to say, I don't know how big the development team is on that game, so it might be a long time before you get anything substantial content-wise.
Yeah, sounds like it.
But yeah, that's great. I'm actually happy that you enjoyed that game because I remember that you really wanted to try it, and I've appreciated the fact that you've checked out a lot of VR games for the podcast this year. All right, so okay, Silver or Ray? What's your number 4?
Damn. is my number 4.
Valheim.
Valheim's your number 4? Alright.
I'll give it a number 4. Yep. Because that is a very well put together survival game, despite being kind of like low resolution. They do so much with so little. Like it's kind of like the 3D pixel graphics
That's true.
of the indies, sort of.
I think it's low enough res where they can make the game very small, because it is. If you look at like the actual
Very
size of the
small,
game,
but be absolutely beautiful.
yeah, it's working with what the art style allows, rather than trying to make something genuinely beautiful with high resolution. You're just using the art style to make it like a painted a painted picture style.
Yeah,
like almost like watercolors.
Yeah, because it reminds me of Guild Wars 2. That had a very watercolored style for its artwork. Yeah, I'd pretty much say then the same. Yeah, that Valheim is my 4th.
You gonna take my 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll share.
You can come up with more facts, Dave, but I'm just joking.
Don't worry, the other three games are only games that only I have played except for.
Okay,
But
so
Fun fact: the
No, I didn't
devs
finish
have
the
actually. Sorry. Sorry. The devs have actually stated that they're going to be adding new stuff to the oceans, so that way, like that should be the next big update that they put out. So, yeah, we'll have more things to be scared of than sea serpents in the ocean.
Great.
Swim
Okay.
with me.
all right, so my number 4 is Resident Evil Village.
Really now?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved Resident Evil Village.
Think positive.
No, I understand.
I mean, how many games did I play all the way through at launch this year?
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Well, more than me.
Yeah, but I got this game and immediately just played all the way through it. I mean, like,
Yeah, for some reason I've never seemed to be able to fucking do that. I just can't.
I had a lot of fun with it. I loved all the characters in the game. They were all really endearing. Like, the merchant was really cool.
Yeah.
Lady D was alright,
Lady Dimitrescu.
I just call her Lady D because all I want to do is give her the D. Yeah. No, but all jokes aside, like, all like big lady jokes aside, like, the game's really fun. And for somebody like me who enjoyed 4 and enjoyed 7, I feel like Village is a good mixture of 4 and 7.
I won't let you down.
Sounds like it. Even though
Oh yeah, the baby was creepy. That baby like fucking made me almost shit myself when I saw that. I think
legit have not played the game yet.
Hey, that's not a fact. There's a baby in the game is spoilers. I didn't tell you what the baby did.
Unfortunately, I've already been spoiled of that particular.
And you know what, Dan? I really wasn't impressed with the big lady thing either. I don't really care about the big vampire lady.
Yeah, fucking step on me.
No, she was
The internet.
She was a really good character though. She was well played. Like the
voice.
the actor and everything did a really good job with mocap and everything. Like,
Oh yeah,
you
definitely.
know. But actually, she wasn't my favorite of the bosses I faced anyway. She was one of the best written characters, but she wasn't the best boss to face. And no, I'm not gonna spoil it because Silver would have a fucking conniption. But I will just say, like, she's definitely not the best out of all. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. This game came out, no bugs, no issues, no fucking launch problems. And how many games can we fucking say that about this year? Like, none.
Unfortunately, not enough.
Wow, Capcom can actually make a game, without fucking being bug-ridden.
Yeah, this
I mean,
game.
they proved that much with Remake 2. 2 was.
I'm just saying, this game had no problems, none.
Glad to hear it.
So.
I look forward to finally getting to it once I finish Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, you might want to get on that.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. For me, Severed Steel.
Okay. You're welcome. No.
Well, you are the one that indeed introduced me to the game, and did you give me a key for that, or did I actually buy it?
No, I gave you a key for it.
Yeah,
you ruined my perfect segue.
What?
I had a great segue prepared. Now I have to. I don't have a segue.
Oh no.
Well,
Bum, 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 bum.
But no, this game is immense fun. Fast, fluid, and
I'm
fly.
trying to pick that up sometime. That it just looks so much fun.
try to play through the entirety of the campaign though, Tim.
Yeah.
There is some really fun shit later on in the game. Especially now that there's some extra arm cannon unlocks that you can acquire after finishing the game. Play through it again, and then you will find out what I mean.
But no, I'm very happy that 2 of the games on this list so far have been stuff that I've showed off on the channel. That makes me happy as hell. It does, because you always feel like sometimes it's not worth showing off games because like people are like, I don't care about things if they're not like, you know, $60 front of the store type shit. And it's nice that people appreciate the games once in a while, you know what I mean? Like, I know everything's not for everybody, but...
Yeah, because when it comes to my list of best games that I've played this year, like, I don't even know if Nioh can be considered a AAA game.
It is.
Not really.
It is. But it's not, like, top tier.
It's at least marketed as one. Even if it doesn't have the price tag of one.
I mean, Team Ninja games are always really good. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Well, aside from that, then none of the other games are AAA or even AA. They're all indie games.
and I have to say that mine is not that way this year because I am not going to lie to anybody about what my favorite game is.
Well, I unfortunately lost my segue, but if I still had my segue, speaking of, you know, games that have bugs in them,
Okay.
Well, brother.
my 3 is EDF World Brothers.
Oh yeah, that did come out.
Sadly, I still don't fucking have the game because of that price tag. I'm like,
I forgot that came out this year. I'm so mad at myself for not putting that on my
You
list.
should be ashamed.
I
Murmitch.
should be ashamed.
ashamed of the fact that I still don't
I am
have
ashamed.
Because
Because that was an amazing game and hilariously fun to play.
Ah,
I mean, I was hoping it would hold us over till 6 came out. It did not.
It did.
have you actually finished it?
Yeah, we played through the whole entire
We
thing.
finished the campaign,
In
yes.
14 and a half hours?
Yep.
Damn.
But
It can be done very quickly.
yeah, but
Now
we,
You know what? Screw it. This
we
is
have
replacing my
not
number
done
3 choice.
That's kind of disappointing.
We
But it is a
have not done it on the hardest difficulty, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
No, we haven't.
That's why.
So there's still more to play.
And there's
and
more
there's
to unlock
so many
too.
characters to unlock.
Yeah.
Well, whenever
Oh,
I
yeah.
do get it, whenever I do get it,
Yes.
Well, let us know when you get it, and we'll play through it on a harder difficulty.
from the get-go, with
Yeah.
me, when I have nothing.
We'll carry you. We'll carry you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I find that kind of shit boring.
You know that they say the EDF deploys, baby. You know.
The EDF deploys.
All right. So what's your number 3 now? Your number 3 is this now?
Yes.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I feel like I'm picking half of our games now.
Besides, it came out.
I'm mad I
as
forgot this
release,
came
so,
out
you know.
this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I
my
can't
number.
believe it's not even been 6 months.
My number 3 is Voice of Cards: The Isle Dragon Roars, which is basically a card RPG game, completely narrated, which is actually a lot of fun.
You will travel, battling bloodthirsty monsters as you strive to realize your
I remember
ambitions.
you playing this actually on stream.
I have every
Let's see.
faith you will
Was
accomplish
that
great things here.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was actually in Discord. I wasn't even streaming. Remember?
Oh, yes.
I've never streamed this game. I've played it in
Oh yeah,
Discord.
that's right.
But yeah, literally, you build a group of characters, and you go around, and even though it's card-based, you go and interact with demons and bosses and people, and you handle situations through choice, and it's just basically a whole RPG built around cards for everything, you know?
So it's like a choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Yes, and you get to go in dungeons and caves and you know, respec your characters and attack things and like any other RPG, but it's completely narrated 100% of the way, and it's narrated by somebody with a great voice, thank God. And
Always awesome.
yeah, and
No, it's not me.
and honestly, it is a incredible experience for $30. I don't know if this is considered indie or not, but I guess it's about as close as Square Enix gets to indie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really, like, I thought it was going to be good, but it ended up being great. And it did not take much to push it up into the list once I started getting into it and seeing how much you can explore and how much the game has, and it doesn't skimp out in any type of content. And there's nothing really holding you back from just exploring as far as you can. So you can actually grind like in a normal RPG by just opening up the map and fighting everything around it and then progressing. It has a cool dynamic that you can only cast spells up to a certain point because there's gems that are required to cast a spell, and you only start out with like 2 or 3 gems in your container next to your cards. So it's kind of like Inscription in the fact that when you get into a battle, it drops a card deck down in front of you, and you play the cards with the characters as them. So that way, you know, everything has it's like playing D&D but with the cards right in front of you. It's amazing. It's hard to explain. Sometime I'll have to play it on stream. I know I say that about a lot of games, but this is one. It's in my top 5. I've got to show it off sometime, and hopefully I'll impress one of you guys with it, because this was something that I heard about during a Nintendo Direct event that I ended up picking up on Steam, which they didn't. Oh, they had Steam logo in the corner, very small. Didn't even like promote it on Steam whatsoever. And I got it on Steam thanks to Square Enix, because they hooked me up this year for some fucking reason, and I loved it. So all I can say in return is that Square Enix is awesome with their stuff they're doing, at least recently, besides Avengers. And yeah, check it out. Check it out if you can. All right, number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
I'm gonna do it first.
You're gonna go take a number 2 first? All right, we'll wait.
Well, my number 2 is Webbed.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because that game was like, it released full, and for as many bugs as there are in the game, there's not too many technical bugs at all. And
The year of bugs.
the story's great. Just the amount of time that you can put into it is great. People have already been speed running the game. It's just fun.
Poor Lucas.
But yes, if you wanted to be Spider-Man but an actual spider, this is the game for you.
I want to be a Spider-Man with minus man. Fun fact: the main character is actually female.
Yep.
You're playing the female spider.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lucia then. Poor Lucia.
And basically your goal is to go get your
Save your boyfriend because he got stolen by a bird.
Yep.
Something anybody's hearing this because I think we're getting an ad break.
Really?
Probably.
Oh man.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it.
Twitch should be sorry.
Yeah. I can't do anything about it though, unfortunately.
Twitch should be sorry for making people have an ad break when I am reviewing my number 2 game of the year, and this is a great game that people should buy immediately.
Okay, it's okay, Murmitch.
If you
Murmitch,
review
it's okay.
you have an ad in between mine, I'm gonna be pissed.
We're going to talk about it later.
Okay. All right. What's yours, Ray?
My number 2 is Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
Bird of Goss.
One of the most anticipated sequels of a generation, we could say.
Oh yes.
It was
It's definitely been wanted for quite some time.
definitely delivered on the dream. I think most people were expecting it to.
You know, after how long it took to develop it, at least they came out on top with it.
Right?
Ah, dream. Oh, that wasn't a pun. Oh, okay. Or was that a pun?
I mean, it could have been.
Well, too bad I stole it from you.
But yeah, honestly, I'm so happy that the game came out and it was really good.
Yeah.
Hello.
I think a lot of people were.
To answer your question, I need that card to get coffee. I need that card to get coffee.
Oh, I bought you coffee.
Coffee.
Well, what am I gonna get your son donut with?
For fuck's sake.
No, I'm just saying. All right.
But yes, that is my number 2.
All right. Come on, Silver. What's your number 2?
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Head on, to apply directly to the forehead.
All right. Okay. Here's head on.
H-E-D.
Hey, he said head on.
Well, that's what it's called, head on. But not in the traditional sense. Okay, yeah, head on blood right. Since it finally got its second chapter. This year, thankfully. It's still not this year. It still counts.
I think
Now it's the complete game.
I think now Silver needs to play Father Forgive Me. He really does.
No. Oh, that. Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh, he says no. He says he thinks it's pronounced heat on.
It's possible.
Well, I've actually heard the developer, Zan, actually pronounce the game name, and he said, yes, it is actually pronounced head on.
Huh. Apply directly to the forehead. Sorry, the joke just writes itself at this point.
I'm right?
That's why I brought it up when I started talking about the...
Alright,
Oh, fuck you, Mario. Fuck you.
I heard hard on. Yes.
Mario, head out of the gutter.
Oh my.
This is the first podcast of the month, not the second.
Yeah. So my number 2 is It Takes Two.
How appropriate, we both have two number 2s in our...
Yes. This game is fucking great. There. You want my review? Fucking great. Awesome. Play it. Get a friend. If you don't have one, go find one. Pay him $5 to play with you. It's great.
Or if you own the game, you don't have to pay them anything because, well, you know, it has the friend pass thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, and... Hey, thank you for the follow, okay, from the KK. Wait, there are 2 podcasts? Yes, there's 2 podcasts every month. The 1st and the 15th.
Seriously, we're doing a second one in December?
Yeah.
We have to do one for the Game Awards, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if that'll
You're
stick
not
to
gonna
the
do it on the
podcast,
15th.
but-
You're not gonna do it on the 15th, are you? Because I'm sorry, but Warframe's gonna take my fucking entire day. I'm sorry, but I can't.
We'll do it on the 16th. That's fine.
That's
Doing it on my birthday?
Yeah, we'll do it on your birthday. Came through from Twitter, thank you. It's exclamation point giveaway if you're trying to win yourself a copy of Farm Simulator.
Imagine, Ray, if they released the update on your birthday.
What if they get it delayed? DE-laid?
Shush.
But no, It Takes Two is fantastic. Ignore the stream elements thing, you're in the giveaway. But yeah, It Takes Two is a phenomenal game. Like I said, Now that it's gonna be free on Game Pass as well, because now it's part of EA Play. So if you're if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member, you can play it for free. So yeah, there's even less excuse not to play it. Or you
Drag
can,
along a friend or a loved one.
yeah, like playing this with Jess was amazing, and you know, I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. I really can't. Like,
Yeah, because their first game, it made me and Tim feel.
yeah. This guy, this development team, Hazlight as a development company has made 2 absolutely stellar games in a row. So
Yeah, A Way Out, superb.
All right. Now it is time for your number 1 game of 2021.
Which for
I'll
me,
jump to one.
which for me would probably surprise you.
Okay.
What is it?
Alistair. Despite my gripes, it is my game of the year.
They have to stay together. You can't just give
Is
up.
that the right one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the right one. Okay, so that's your game of the year. All right.
Yep.
I know you were heavily anticipating this game, so it's not like it's a giant surprise to me somewhere. Because it's a retro-inspired, like, you know, Resident Evil, Silent Hill type game.
Yep. But with more like a steampunk theme to it. And there's some slight fantasy elements in there as well.
It almost looks like it's inspired by a little Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, considering the fact that, if I remember correctly, that an item known as the Finger of God actually turned people into living dolls. And
Really?
turned vegetation into wires and, well, razor wire and metallic constructs, and it's very eerie. But actually, no, it is not inspired by Alice in Wonderland at all. The developer has confirmed it. That was not an inspiration at all, despite the outfit being.
I was gonna say the outfit
Giveaway.
looks very.
But it's not. It's not. Ask him yourself. If you do not believe
Oh,
Ask
okay.
him
I'll take
yourself.
your word for it.
Casper Crows is, very approachable.
I'm going to ask Murmitch, and I am going to be surprised regardless of what he says.
No, you won't.
What is it?
Valheim.
Oh God. Okay. I am not surprised at all. Then.
You don't have to pull it up. Like, we've seen it like
We've seen it
4
a few
times.
now.
Okay. How about you, Ray? You gonna give me anything different?
Well, no, mine again has been mentioned, as I said before, since the ad break might have interrupted people's description of Murmitch's number 2. My number 1 is Webbed,
Oh, okay.
because this game was a absolute blast,
Mm-hmm.
despite its somewhat short length. Like, you can blow through this so fast, but you can still have so much fun even when you're done, because it is just so free and fun to fly around as a little spider. And it's got a great story. The
And just
art
sling
is
webs
good.
everywhere.
It sounds great. It's great. It's well done. This is the quality that we've come to hope for indie games.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know,
Except it released as a
AAA
full
gaming
game.
doesn't necessarily give us every time.
All right, my number 1.
What do you got, Tim?
Everybody already knows what the fuck it is. Anyway.
I guess you probably do already know what it is. No, you haven't mentioned it yet.
It's Tales of Arise.
Tales of Arise.
Tales of Arise is the most fun I've had it with a JRPG game since Final Fantasy X. And that came out 20 years ago.
That's an endorsement and a half, honestly, from Tim.
Yeah,
That's an endorsement and a half.
yeah, it is the most fun I've had with a JRPG in 20 years. I love the characters. I love the battle system. Sure, I get that people don't like the fact that they call out all their moves. Yes, they probably should make it a bit... No, I'm saying they should make the ability for you to turn that off.
Make it seldom. or
But it did not deter the fun for me at all. The
Pretty
characters...
standard for the game for Tales of games, though. Like, what Tales of game hasn't done that?
Like, I'm just saying, like, the absolute and the storytelling. Okay, yes, you fucking hate one of the lead characters at the beginning. You hate her like 2 hours in. But by the end of it, you understand everything. The story's completely fleshed out, and you have a complete understanding of everything.
Well, I haven't seen everything, so I still think she's a complete bitch.
And you know what the best part is? It has a false ending, which is the best thing in the world. Because if you're a JRPG fan, you gotta have that false ending, like halfway to 3/4 way through the game. If you don't have that, it's not a real JRPG. Like Final Fantasy VI was the best at that. Final Fantasy VI, you beat like the main boss, like I would say like 15-20 hours in, and then the whole entire world just falls apart, and you have to play the whole entire second half of the game after the apocalypse of the world. So yeah, there's something in this game that happens after a certain point, and you're like, this has got to be it, and then no, it's not the end of the game. You end up playing hours more. So, but yeah, I like
Tim's distress.
I love the character variety. The voice acting was incredible. The artwork and the cutscenes were great. The fact that every time you progress through the game, it created a new opening for the game was a nice touch as well. You know, there was not much I did not like about this game. If I had any gripes, it would probably be the calling out of the attacks, but like Ray says, that's pretty much a staple anyway. And the fact that I know that I'll never see any of these characters again because they confirmed that there's not going to be a sequel to this game, so I'm never going to be able to see these characters that I really fell in love with ever again. That's about as bad as it gets for me. It's like I can't play with these characters anymore. And the fact that they said a little too much during combat. That is my only complaints about this game whatsoever. Like, it is that fucking good to me. So, and I got New Game Plus to go through as well. So I'm probably still going to play more of the game even after what I've done. Yeah, there's nothing this year that I liked more. Which is great because, you know what? If you go back and during the last chapter, you're sad because it's going to be over. Yes, exactly. And you know what's funny? If you look back to the podcast of last year, my most anticipated game was Tales of Arise.
A tale can be woven from either.
Which is fucking weird, because it never works out like that. And I guarantee it won't work out like this year either. But that was so weird that my most anticipated game actually ended up being my game of the year. But, alright. Last category. Last award.
Can I just say about the people getting upset about calling the names out?
Yeah.
If you don't like anime in your game, don't buy an anime game.
True. Right. True.
Like that's just anime.
Or if you don't like JRPG in your JRPG, don't play a JRPG.
Right. Don't buy a JRPG.
Although not every anime does have that kind of thing in it.
No, not every anime, but it is very anime, and this is a very anime game, therefore.
Yeah. Alright, so most anticipated game of 2022. Pretty simple.
Alright.
No.
That's an easy name.
Okay, what's yours?
Stalker 2.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I believe
Good hunting, Stalker.
Stalker 2, out April 28th of 2022.
9 days after I turned 30.
Yeah, and I would love to hear your guys' answers to this. What's your most anticipated game of next year? Because I guarantee everybody's got one.
They might even be the same. They might even be different. Who knows?
Yeah.
As for mine,
okay,
I am anticipating. I just heard about this the other day. The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. We're getting a sequel.
Ooh.
What is it again? I'm sorry.
AI.
Yeah.
The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative.
Somnium Files. Okay. Yep. So they're making a sequel to that game.
They're making a sequel. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
I didn't either until like yesterday.
Well, it doesn't take you long to do your research, fellas. I mean, the only reason why I know about Stalker 2 actually being officially announced is because, well, it was officially announced about 2 months ago. And I'm kind of surprised it's coming out in the first quarter of 2022. I thought it'd be like maybe another year or two.
They show during the last Xbox yeah, there you go. Tiny Tina's Wonderland. There you go, Dan. That one comes out what, in March, I think.
Well, I hope it's gonna be good.
I hear ya, partner.
Because it's Tiny Tina for fuck's sake, and besides, it's a little bit of a different take on the typical Borderlands universe.
Exactly.
It's going to be more unique, and I hope it's going to have enough differences to, tell us apart from its predecessors.
All right. How about what's your next one, Murmitch? I mean, what's your one, Murmitch? Sorry.
My most anticipated coming out this year is PDF 6.
I can't look.
Knew
that
somebody was going to mention that.
I can't look that up anyway because there's no Steam page for it yet.
I know.
It comes out. It's not even confirmed to come out on PC in 2022, but
Yeah,
or it's. I don't think it's even confirmed to come out like in the U.S. or in the West in
at all.
2022.
At all.
But
wait, at all? No,
Well,
they haven't.
no. It's gonna be. It's due out in
Japan.
in Japan
Right.
on
Japan's
PS4
gonna
and
get it
PS5 in spring of 2022, sometime in the spring of 2022. So I don't.
So-
but it might be fall or winter by the time we get it. But yeah, it'll probably be out.
yes, but hopefully it will be out next year, and I'm extremely excited about it.
Oh, of course.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. All right. So I mentioned that I have two. This is not cheat. It's just one's an indie game and one's a AAA game. The indie game is one I've actually already purchased because I followed it on Kickstarter a long time ago, and that is Sea of Stars.
Yes, and I also back that too.
Yeah, Sea of Stars is from the people that made The Messenger, and it is literally a retro-inspired turn-based RPG game, like in the vein of Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana from like the Super Nintendo era of video games, which by many is considered the golden era of JRPGs, because that's when we got Final Fantasy VI and VII and Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger. What was the other one? Earthbound, stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, this game looks incredible. They're putting a lot of polish on it and a lot of care into it, and I'm extremely excited for it. It's my style of game, and if it's anything if it's anywhere near as good as it looks, I'm very excited. Oh yeah, the 2D art style is very Pokemon style. I can see where you get that from Mario. Mario needs to get Temtem. There you go. Mario wants Pokemon. You gotta get Temtem.
Damn, now you're making me want to think about another most anticipated game of next year, Pokemon Arceus. Oh, yeah.
And then
That was another one that I was expecting.
I don't. Oh, they do have a Steam page for it. And my AAA one might surprise many people, but I like it because it's a co-op version of a formula I liked, and that's Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is a four-player co-op version of an Arkham game, and I'm pretty excited. You know, you get to pick between Red Hood, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and you know, it's coming out in 2022. I know that much, and I'm really excited for it because I'm a fan of the Arkham universe. This is literally supposed to be something that happens after the end of Arkham Knight, which most people would know that Batman disappears / dies at the end of Arkham Knight. So this is what happens afterwards, and I'm excited to see it. And I like the fact that it's co-op and you get to kick ass with your friends. And as long as it doesn't come out anything like Marvel Avengers, I'm good. Because Just make it, you know, as long as it's co-op and they make it so you can play the whole entire thing in co-op and don't pull a Marvel Avengers and be like, well, you can play this co-op only if you go to the battle, like the battle area and select your friends and go through matchmaking and then do it. No, make the whole entire thing just drop in, drop out. Really, I mean,
Borderlands.
Hey, you doesn't know what fucking happens, Mario. It's not a spoiler, and it's a game from like 5 years ago. Catch up. 2 Point Campus. 2 Point Campus is another good one. But yeah, that's definitely my most anticipated games because like anything co-op obviously earns bonus points for me. But I was always a fan of the Arkham universe, and I feel like this is going to be a cool way to bring co-op into the series. And if it keeps the same combat
system?
Yeah, combat system is like Arkham, but with the co-op element, I'm sold. You know?
Spice it up a little because 2 button presses is kind of boring. And,
well, it's not made by Rocksteady, so I imagine it will not be exactly the same. Rocksteady's working on the Suicide Squad game.
Ah, yes.
All right.
That will wind up.
All right, now, not like this podcast hasn't been long enough already. We still got to go through the games over the next 15 days, and boy, do we have some. Oh yeah, but I promised Ava I'd do this, and for Dan, while we get the list ready, I want Dan to listen to the Retired Men's New Beach Volleyball League song.
Play with your heart. Give it all that you got. Take a shot, serve it up on the ball with everything you got. Stand in the sand. You're a retired man. Yeah, this is life.
This is Dan in California in like 10 years.
This is your
fucking word.
Retired Men's New Beach Volleyball League. Retired Men's New Beach Volleyball League. Having fun in the sun with your friends at the beach. Oh yeah. Having fun in the sun with your friends at the beach. Oh yeah. This is your plan.
Greatest trailer ever. I love that. I can't wait to play it on stream just to make everybody creeped out.
I'm not fucking watching.
Why? Maybe the song's in the game too. I'd jam out to it.
Oh my fucking word.
All right, so who wants to go first? We've all got a reasonable amount besides Silver. I know Silver has the least of us. Yeah, so Silver can go first. Why not?
Halo Infinite, of course. Yeah, sorry,
Well,
Ken.
who's not looking forward to that? Let's be honest.
I'm not. What are you talking about, dog?
No, of course you're not. No, it doesn't
No,
come
no,
out.
no.
It doesn't come out on your birthday. No.
Hey, it doesn't come out on my birthday? No way. No, I already have it pre-installed. I'm ready to go.
I probably should do that.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for it. And if you saw the schedule, I'm actually playing Halo 5 on Monday and Tuesday beforehand. Because I have never played Halo 5.
Oh.
I know. Well, that's one Halo game I'll probably never touch.
I don't have the hard drive space. I have two 1 terabyte hard drives and they're both almost full. Halo Infinite, Mario. And I'm playing Halo 5 Guardians on Monday and Tuesday. And you may...
Me and you don't know what Halo is? Come on.
And you know what? You know what's funny? People are going to ask me, how are you going to play? Well, I have two choices. I have either I can play it through the cloud on Game Pass, which is not the preferred way, but I could do it that way on PC. Or, the way I'm going to do it is, I have an Elgato anyway, and I'm going to hook the Xbox up over here next to the computer, and I'm going to run the Xbox into my monitor here, run the Elgato into the computer, and I'm going to play Halo sitting right here through my Xbox. and just stream it through the Elgato. So
You have two options.
yeah, well, I just wanna play it since I never have. I don't know the story, and hopefully knowing that will help when it comes to Infinite, because the story is supposed to connect from 5, so it would be helpful to know the story going in. And if I play it right beforehand, you know, it's helpful. You should play Halo. It's really good. But
got a lot of us here who you play with, especially if you get it on Steam.
Yep.
Or actually, it still works on Game Pass, right? So.
Yep, it's all cross-platform. It's fine.
Yep.
All right. You want to go first, Murmitch, or do you want Ray to go first, or whatever? I don't care. Murmitch isn't talking. Ray, go ahead.
I was muted and I said, how about we let Ray go first?
Okay.
Either way. Alright, Silver. I don't think you saw this, so I'm going to mention World Box God Simulator.
Oh, I did see that. Oh, blimey.
I saw that too.
Because I saw that and immediately thought, wait a minute, what's Silver's favorite genre?
And he likes black and white.
One of my favorite genres.
I love the release date though.
Might as well be.
I love the release date if you're reading.
I read through that whole thing. It does say December.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you didn't need to put that entire paragraph.
Well, we need a whole paragraph for the release date, right?
Maybe.
But
it's because it's such a shame that there just hasn't been a good, God Simulator in so long. Since the days of Black and White, to be honest.
Sure enough.
It's so sad, especially with Microsoft killing off Lionhead Studios. Fuck you, Microsoft, for that, assholes. You could have just literally pulled in some resources to make another Black and White. Come on, fuck's sake. Do it for us freaking oldies that love the God Simulators.
Well, they still own the IP.
I was gonna say, they still own the IP, so there is potential.
Well, technically, EA actually published Black and White 2 and Black and White 1.
Well, at least EA and Microsoft have a working relationship.
Yeah, maybe something can come of it. It depends. There'd have to just
Listen,
have to be
Lionhead Studio had not put out a good quality game in quite a while.
Yeesh. Yeah, and we can name some of them, but let's stay on topic.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's a reason that studio got closed down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll do my first one, which is War Tales, which I'm going to be playing tomorrow. It came out today. Well, I'm going to play it tomorrow. Isn't that nice how that works? It's an open-world RPG where you play as a group of mercenaries in search of wealth across a massive medieval universe. And the game's already in my library. Yay! Look at that.
You know.
No, but it actually looks really cool. I've been pretty pumped for this. I put the key code in for this like a month ago. So. I like games in this type of play style. You know?
Yeah.
Very simplistic, but on the other hand, pretty deep with the amount of things you can do and where you can travel and go and how you can handle things. Plus, why spend your money when you can let me spend mine or the developer's money and and figure out whether it's good enough for you to try. Especially with an early access title that's over $30. That always catches me a little off guard. So, I'll tell you how it is. Well, I'll show you how it is tomorrow.
Yay.
Alright. So what is next? Murmitch.
Clip the snail.
Yes, I thought this was a pretty cool game.
Clid, scientifically
Because yeah, this looks really freaking cool.
It's being published by Koch Media too, which is kind of funny.
The trailer is hilarious.
Very deceptive.
Clid the snail is an intelligent creature that can fire weapons. use powered shells.
It's deceptive in the best way possible.
Yeah, I did not know this was a fucking top-down twin stick shooter.
I don't know if it's twin. Yeah, it is twin stick. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know if it's twin stick or not.
Problematic behavior.
Well then, interesting.
And now, he has joined a new path.
Fucking dance.
The snake.
Jesus, Mario, get your head out of the gutter.
Yeah, man, come on. Tim hasn't said a dirty joke in wow, the entire stream. Holy shit, Tim. Come on, say at least one dirty thing.
I let my trailers do the talking for me.
Good point.
Listen, we already had nude volleyball twice on the stream. It's fine. I am the Clid Commander.
I am the Clid Commander.
Nice. All right, Silver, it's back. You're back up, man.
Mech Jammer. One word.
Yeah, I know. I've seen this game. Are you sure it's not Mecha Jammer?
Well, yeah, Mecha Jammer. Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Mech Jammer. I've played the demo of it though, and I liked what I saw. Yeah, it is Mech Jammer.
Yeah, it's Mecha.
There you go.
In a future of endless futile war,
I liked what I played of the demo, and because the demo cuts right off at a certain point. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I've seen this on key sites for quite some time.
It was a little challenging to move through the environment, considering that the characters kind of blend well with the environment due to it being very pixelated. Sometimes I was like, okay, where am I? But yeah, definitely looking forward to the game.
Yeah, it's Mecha Jammer.
Mecha Jammer.
Ah, alright.
And I see that also has his eye on that game too.
Oh yeah, nice. Alright, Ray.
Let's look at press D to die.
Press D to die.
This was a contender for joke game, but looked like it was actually functional, so you know.
Oh, you want to live? How
it works. It works.
Alright, so what is it? Do you want to die when you press a button? Well, then I can.
Wow. You're given the option to actually die by with the press of a button. Huh.
Oh,
you have to.
Yeah, because you have to create the path. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. It's kind of morbid, but it makes sense.
Very.
Dark and morbid indeed.
It's a little
morbid. Yes.
It's a little morbid. A little
morbid.
All right. Let's see. This next one's on Game Pass, and it is Anvil. It's out on Game Pass today. This is another top-down shooter, but this one has online co-op.
Oh, nice.
There's quite a few of these games that are going to be on Game Pass, so try them for free. Why not?
Right.
I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention it, right?
Yep.
Plus, honestly, I'm into saving people money wherever possible. So.
Might as well.
No, I'm very interested to try this one out. I might try it tomorrow, actually. It's even got cross-platform multiplayer, which is nice.
Nice. So Tim's the Hoovy. Just kidding.
Yes. No, I'm kind of pumped. It says mixed, which isn't great, but we'll see. I'll try it out.
Kind of reminds me of another shooter that I've played with Max.
Honestly, Mario, the whole reason when I started this podcast was just to be pro-consumer as much as possible. You can ask Silver. Like, he's been here since the beginning. My mantra is always to be as pro-consumer as possible. No company needs me to stand up for them because all they care about is your money anyway. Somebody's got to care about something else.
Yep.
Who's gonna stand up for the little guy?
Yeah, but of course, do support indie developers that don't have big shot publishers.
True.
To help them out.
All right, Murmitch, what's your next one?
My next one is Pipeline VR.
All right. Yeah, and this podcast was actually inspired by the co-optional podcast from Total Biscuit and Company, and Dodger, and Jesse Cox.
But Ray, when I saw this, I thought, yeah, this reminds me of that one game that Ray played a while ago. I forget what it was, but it was. But remember, you did like a pipe connecting game.
Did I?
Yeah. Robert Ducky, you're the one.
But the thing is, this is a puzzle against time. Otherwise, you drown.
Well, that's morbid too. What is it with you guys and death?
Hey, I didn't suggest a morbid game.
Not yet. I was gonna say I'm waiting.
You weren't yet.
Don't worry, I don't have.
Dead?
I don't think I have one. No, I don't have one.
Please die already. Yep, that's the new game he's gonna pick.
Please die already.
All right. What's your next one, Silver?
After the Fall.
Oh yeah, I know. Like this one looked really good, and I'm not even a VR fan.
I've been following it for like a fucking 2 years now.
Time to cut out the cancer. Oh God.
Oh God, no. I know what he's referencing. It is time to cut out the cancer. I know exactly what he's referencing.
This looks almost on the level of like, what is it, Half-Life Alyx type level of detail.
Or like Back for Blood, but in VR.
Yeah, that's nice. That's good. You need more good actual VR games. You know what I mean? Like,
because I am so sick of fucking wave shooters in VR.
you know what I'm sick of with VR, and the reason I haven't bought one is because VR always seems like it's more experiences than it is actual games.
Wow, I would be happy to enlighten you and prove you wrong.
No, I'm talking about like during the establishment of VR.
Oh yeah, true. Totally, they were pretty much
very true on that point.
Like obviously, like throughout the months on this podcast, I've learned otherwise. I have to be blind not to. But I'm saying like when my first like thoughts of VR when it first started becoming big, especially with like the PS VR. It was more of like experiences than actual real games. That's what I'm saying.
It felt more like a game.
Yeah,
but
it did.
In today's time, it's more than just a gimmick. Like as I said, I have fully fledged, real full games that have campaigns and everything.
Half-Life Alyx was the first game that I saw in VR and was like, holy shit, that's a fucking game.
Yeah, I definitely want to grab that at some point.
Alright.
Definitely.
So, okay, we're at Ray. Yep.
We're at Ray has one escape. Another contender, potential contender for joke game that doesn't look terrible.
One escape?
One escape.
Okay. 3 friends, 1 escape. What?
2 friends wanted to rob a bank. Okay.
But something went wrong. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. I get what it's implying. You have to play as the 3 friends and work together to escape. Not 3 friends, 1 escape. Rogue Squadron's really good. Murmitch had trouble with that game in VR though, didn't you?
A little.
Well, I remember you couldn't stream it in VR. So
Yeah, it's really hard. Well, at least on Discord, it's really hard to stream it. Certain games have a really difficult time trying to stream stuff in VR.
I don't know if this game is...
I haven't tried to do that yet.
Fuck.
Excuse me.
Well, never mind. My next game's not even on Steam. But I'll mention that on Epic Game Store, which I know a lot of people don't use, but it's an excellent game, is from the people that made Hyper Light Drifter. Solar Ash is coming out on coming out today, December 2nd, on the Epic Game Store.
Good to know they got another project.
Yeah, so I can't show it to you, but yeah. You had Rubber Bandits, right?
Yes, I was going to mention that. We can go to that if you want.
All right, I'm gonna do Arcvale then. How about that? Arcvale, which is a humble game and also gonna be on Game Pass tomorrow. Which is a bullet hell RPG game.
Well.
Sign me up. I'm right here.
I've played a couple, that's for sure.
Heard it's a good game to get motion sick? Yeah, possibly.
And damn, do those games give your fingers a bloody workout. My word. And your reflexes.
And it's co-op.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, who's gonna co-op this with me? Come on. Who's gonna do it? Who's got the reflexes?
I have not played a Twitch shooter in a while, so I don't know. I'm not old just yet.
Glav would tell me, I ain't got time for that. I can't do it.
Reflexes.
My reflexes are gone. No, it looks like a cool game. Alright, you want to do Rubber Bandits, Ray?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then we'll get to Murmitch. Don't worry, we didn't forget about you. Rubber Bandits looks amazing. I did put a key code in, and if I get it, we'll have 4 codes, which would be amazing. Because after Fling to the Finish, I'm just willing to play party games, because sometimes they're just hilarious fun.
They are absolutely hilarious fun.
I can see this just being hilarious.
Minigun, really?
Kaboom!
Wow.
You see that as being hilarious, Tim? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
With our personalities,
just straight up just shoots a gun at the guy.
Okay. No. That's I'll follow. That looks fucking hilarious.
Alright, who's that count for, though?
We can share it. I mean, have we gotten any follows anyway?
No, not yet.
No.
Well, I did follow Tails. Sorry for not telling you.
You followed what?
I followed War Tales, and I also followed the game that Ray mentioned.
Okay, so we're tied.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
okay, but it's usually how it ends anyway.
Yeah, we usually end up tied anyway, or really close.
We'll see.
Alright, so now it's Murmitch's turn.
Yeah.
And this is one that I thought that you might like. Cleo, A Pirate's Tale.
Yeah, I saw this. The only thing that made me not pick it up is that it looks like... Actually, wait a second. This is not the game I thought it was. Never mind.
Solo developed top-down pixel art retro pirate adventure. Wow, what a mouthful.
Sorry for the bedings.
How dare you?
Yeah, tell your Tinder.
How dare you, beding?
Tell your Tinder fans to fucking cut it out. Tell them to swipe left.
There's the Tim we know.
Swipe left! Swipe left! I added World Box to my wish list. Fuck. Alright, I'm one behind.
Yeah, because I did too.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I am 1-1. That's actually not... This doesn't look that bad. I saw another RPG game, like another pirate game that I was looking at, but it looked really rough. I mean, I love pirate games, but a lot of them are really cheaply made. So, this looks like the art style of, like, Monkey Island. Yeah, you know what? I'll give one to Murmitch. Why not? It could be
Yay!
Good. It could be good. It could be terrible. We'll find out. All right. What's up, Silver?
Let's see. Draken. Draken. Draken.
Okay, so it's only Draken.
Draken. You know what's funny is that there is actually a
hardcore survival FPS roguelike. Oh god.
Yeah, so the name of it was deceptive because I've heard of another game called Draken that came out long time ago on the PS2 and the PC, and it was more like an RPG. Or actually, I think that was called Drakengard or something like that. I can't remember the full title, but yeah, basically involved you having a dragon as a companion that would assist you in your quest. But this was something else. The name definitely was very deceptive to me. I was like, oh, this is first-person shooter. Oh, well, how deceptive. But I'm intrigued nonetheless.
That looks interesting.
Vampires abduct you for your blood.
I'm gonna say, are they all naked?
No.
No, it just looked...
Not that kind of game.
No, it just looked like it.
You're right, though. They kind of did look like they were naked, but I guess they just don't have any genitals.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, what? I don't know if this is supposed to be more of a trailer or a mindfuck.
Both.
It spells "are naked." I know, right? He's right. He's right, you know. He's right.
That's creepy.
Alright, that's very interesting, I have to say. That, unfortunately, like, you know what's funny about trailers like this? I don't mean, and I mean this in the best way possible, is that when you look at it, you get like a 50-50 vibe, right? You get,
either, so.
It's like, is the trailer really good and the game good, or is the trailer really good and the game just not going to live up to that trailer? Right?
Right.
So I don't know. Like, yeah, we'll find out. I mean, hell.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's.
But it comes out in 6 days, from my time anyway.
There you go. All right, Ray.
Ray? Wait, I already did that one. What's that doing over there? Let's look at. Why do I feel like all of mine are joke games that don't look bad? Toad on Fire.
What is it? Coat on Fire?
Toad on Fire.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Don't hurt me.
How dare you get the name of my game wrong?
I guess I got it wrong again.
I'm offended. My day is ruined.
How about just on fire? I'll find it. Toad on Fire. Okay, I still heard you wrong. I heard him as Code on Fire. I don't know why. Well, I mean, that doesn't look bad at all.
Still looks kind of like a joke game, though.
Yeah, I mean, but it's basically like an old school NES game.
The toad is on fire.
He don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn.
Burn, motherfucker, burn.
There's my reference to show my age today. Thank you.
Hey, I like that track.
You're just an old soul. That's the difference.
Yeah, man. I dig it. Do you? For sure.
Murmitch is like, I'm still young.
Yes, he is.
I feel old though.
That's
Don't we all?
That's actually pretty good, right? No lie.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, legit fun.
Okay, here's one that had me a little confused at first until I did some more research on it. What is that? Across the galaxy. All right, across the galaxy, stellar dominator.
Quite the title.
And even though like the interface is in Japanese or whatever, or Chinese, I'm not sure. The game's actually in English, so I checked that part.
Oh, this is giving me R-Type vibes.
So, in the game, you assist your friends in occupying resource-rich strongholds, attacking other camps, preventing friendly strongholds from being invaded, assist your friends' camps in developing technology, at the same time getting the strangers for your own. So, it's more than just playing a shmup. You're playing a shmup, but there's, technology, you're crafting and building up over time with resources and everything else. So it's not just a typical shmup.
I am intrigued.
Yeah, I was very intrigued. Like, I like shmups, but I like shmups with at least something to stand out from the pack, right?
Yeah, with something fresh or something innovative, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be possibly the correct term.
So that comes out today, technically for me. Alright. And we're back to you, Silver.
Alright. Monster Rancher 1 and 2.
Really?
Yep. Now, quick little background story on these games. They were originally released on the PS1 over 20 years ago.
I was gonna say, I remember that shit.
Yeah. Monster Rancher was basically an anime alongside Pokemon and Digimon.
Yeah.
Obviously inspired by Pokemon. I mean, come on. It's very obvious that it was inspired.
I'm surprised it's coming to PC.
I know, and it's been 20 years and more. Which this just literally just came out of the blue. I was looking around one day and I found this and I was like, wow. Monster Rancher out of fucking nowhere just pops up on Steam.
Well, you make money from a whole new audience. I mean, it doesn't matter how many years have passed. You can still make money on a new audience where they go, wow, I haven't seen that in years, and you buy it on Steam. I mean, it just matters how much you charge for stuff like this, right?
Indeed.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's two games that came out 20 years ago. I mean, they're very dated graphics by now, but so they've had to should have done something to spruce it up a little.
Yeah.
At the very least, but kept its original style, and it's $30. So, two games for one price. What do you think about that? Is that reasonable, or?
Nah, I guess it's not terrible. I mean, I would think 20 since he did nothing but just poured it over, but
true.
It don't matter. I mean, at least it prevents it from just becoming e-waste. I mean, I'd rather have games have some sort of preservation, and I mean, buy it on a sale then, right? I mean, if it gets down below 20, then it's probably worth it.
Right. And hell, it just came as a shock to me, as I said, that I didn't expect Monster Rancher to make a return
Yeah.
In this day and age. I mean, I have not watched Monster Rancher in many years. And I completely forgot it even existed. And then just this shows up and boom, the nostalgia starts to flood back in, and I'm like, wow, I can't fucking believe it.
All right, Ray, what you got?
Kitty cat squash.
Oh, really? You?
Why not?
I saw that. I was like, oh, that
Why
looks
not?
funny.
Squash.
It's a puzzle game,
Ah.
and there's cats involved.
Yeah.
How can you say no?
Inspired by Madness Games. Okay. Oh, it's a tile merge game. Okay.
Yeah. With cats.
Yeah.
Similar to games you played, Tricky Towers. Yes, yes, Steve.
Yes.
Steam, you're drunk.
Steam, you go drunk.
Steam, go drunk. You're home.
I love how they try and make the music match to it. I'm like, nice try.
An attempt was made.
Yes, they tried it. All right, here's one that will make Murmitch happy.
Oh.
Happy's Humble Burger Farm.
Ah.
Oh no.
I have seen some YouTubers play this game, but I'm not sure if they played the full release.
Hey, you like simulators, Mario? Here's a simulator for you.
Well, actually, yeah, it looks like the game has actually had some changes, because I do not remember that apartment building in the beginning of that trailer being present. And it looks like, okay, so they're not using the VHS filter either, because there is some filters you can use if you don't want to play the game with its retro-looking visuals. So it's definitely added more to it, because I don't remember seeing some of that in that trailer. Explosions, a giant what? Yeah, there's more to it. I mean, I remember the giant pig. I remember that. I don't remember that though.
See?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a great game. Who wants to make some burgers?
Well, I may consider playing it.
Thumbs down. Fuck you, Mario. Alright, how about you, Murmitch?
Fruit Ninja VR 2.
I still play. Does anyone still play Fruit Ninja anymore? 'Cause I have it on my phone.
I mean, I haven't played it in years, but this actually looked kind of fun.
I was gonna say, me and my daughter play Geometry Dash on the phone. That's about it.
Oh my goodness, don't get me started on Geometry Dash.
Oof.
Ah, that was pretty cool.
I know, right?
I always liked Fruit Ninja.
Oh, it's so you keep.
I was terrible at it, but yeah, I thought this just looked pretty cool.
Alrighty then, that is pretty cool.
Keep your senses sharp, yeah.
I was thumbing you down for the sim part. It is a sim. You gotta make food,
Yes.
or they come and eat your soul. All right, got any more silver? Or you tuckered
Yep.
out? Okay.
Icarus.
Oh,
The one everybody's looking forward to.
yes. I have key code in for this game. I pray to God I get it.
Yee.
We have been looking forward to this game for months.
Mm-hmm.
To be clear, we have been looking forward to this game for months.
And it
Yep.
finally receives
And it's up to 8-player co-op, which is great.
Will become the new Valheim.
We have 4 teams of 2 or 2 teams of 4. Or we all go.
I think it's different enough from Valheim that you can play both. It'd
Probably.
be okay.
I mean, giant fucking desert worms, motherfucking mammoths.
All right, Dune's gonna be calling for some IP stealing here. No, but it looks really good. And I guess this is from the creator of DayZ.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That comes as a shock, but I guess he did actually want to move away from the project because it wasn't exactly going the way he wanted it to go.
Yeah, what's coming in 1.0? I guess this game is coming out of early access. Well, it's going to be 1.0 when it actually drops, so it's not going to be early access or anything.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, because
hopefully it has enough content
and
to...
you know what? Silver's going to be happy because it's only PvE-based survival game. So,
woo!
No PvP.
And yep, you had me at PvE.
But I've had code in this a code request for this forever. So I'm hoping to God that I get it. It'd be great to play it with some friends. Yeah. All right, Ray, you're up next.
No, she was an engineer, Xeno engineer.
I think I'm out.
Okay, you're out.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she was there.
Well, how many games do you want them to have?
The other guy is there.
Well, it's just that I don't think I'm halfway into my list.
All right,
I'm not halfway into my list.
My next one is actually a game I'm really interested in. It's from Deep Silver, and it's Chorus.
From Deep Silver, huh? No, not that kind of silver.
Experience fast space
Get your hand together.
mind-bending astral flames in an epic story.
I love games with space combat.
You play as Nara.
Yeah, but it's Deep Silver. They've had a rough they've had some rough games over the last decade and a half. I can name a few, but do your research and you'll see what I mean.
Well, you gotta give him a chance. I'm not saying go out and buy it, but at least see if it's good when it comes out.
I know, but they also kind of fucked up with Metro Exodus as well, because they were the publisher of that. Deep Silver, you disappoint me. But let's hope this game isn't going to be another one of those incidents.
Her sentient starfighter, explore ancient temples, and engage in zero-G combat. See, that's where you got me.
Looks good.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped for this. Actually,
it looks good, but
I just love space combat games. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I love those kind of games. Hell, I fucking loved what was it called? Shit.
So I'm just really excited for it. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be good, but I can be hopeful, right? Yeah.
Of course.
Man can dream.
Yeah, man can dream. Yeah, I hope it's really good. And if it is, I'll be the first one to tell you. Or show you. Alright, what's up, Murmitch?
I stole this one from you. Century Age of Ashes.
Yes, this is what I'm playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, we all, I think, had our eye on.
Yes, yeah, and I've got the Behemoth Founders Pack.
To Century Age of Ashes. Engage in multiplayer airborne skirmishes where the line between life and death is drawn with fire.
I'm so pumped to play this tomorrow.
The version features 3 playable classes, all with a distinct power and 2 additional abilities that you can select depending on your strategy. Phantoms can cloak in an instant to escape a chase or set up a nice kill.
It looks really dang cool.
Use the blast to disrupt your enemy's movement or set up explosive traps with the mine. Wind guards shield their teammates from harm by rushing to their side. They can use the blast or deploy poisonous smokes to drive off foes and cover a tactical retreat. Relentless marauders mark and track down their fleeing enemies. Use gusts to escape projectiles or numb your prey with impairing frost bolts. Combine these various classes to rule the skies in 3 exclusive game modes.
Murmitch.
Oh, that would be crazy in VR.
In Carnage, each point you grant your by killing an enemy increases your bounty level.
Try not to look down.
Thus making you a more valuable target.
That'd be me.
Thrust the Drake Piercer for a one-shot frag.
Shit! Murmitch, I'm looking down!
To claim victory.
Yeah, but
Survival mode is a 3-teams battle in which triumph goes to the last one standing.
I can't wait.
Only your allies can respawn you by carrying your soul back to your base camp.
Oh man. That really does look like fun.
Finally, pick up the flag in Gates of Fire and pass through 8 gates positioned across the field.
Apparently,
Escape your enemies to
Yes,
secure
it
the
is free to
lead
play.
in this lightning-fast confrontation.
Yeah, it's free to play. I just
Epic
have
game
the
modes call
Behemoth
for epic
Founders Pack.
battlefields.
That's it.
Hunt down your foes through the splendid sceneries
Which
of
means
the
I just get a whole
Lake,
bunch of cosmetics.
or in the
That's
rugged
it.
barrens of the Aldrun Sanctuary. And if you do not feel like risking your scales in a full-on battle
Just to
quite
get
yet,
you started.
the Fjolnar Basin will provide a perfect
Yeah,
arena for
pretty much.
beginners. Now is the ideal time to join the fight, as the game's content will soon expand to include new maps, classes, and modes, with unique rewards awaiting early warriors. Century Age of Ashes takes flight in April, so make sure to answer the call of dragons.
Yeah, baby. It got pushed all the way back from April to December. That's crazy. But I'm excited.
Still cool.
All right, you got any more, Silver?
Yep, Rune Factory 4.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Rune Factory 4 is special. You have to remember, it's special.
I kind of wish I did pick up the Switch Rune Factory 4 game. I still may. Who doesn't like crafting and farming? In the
Definitely nobody here.
Yeah. No, nobody here likes that.
In the literal sense, when it comes to farming.
I've done it in the literal sense.
Oh yeah, my father definitely has.
I used to like planting corn. Corn.
Yeah, my father was a farmer's lad, born and bred in the countryside.
Alright.
Countersorper Bleeby.
And the question about this game is going to be how much does it cost? You know,
Well, on the Switch it is like 55 quid. It's still full fucking price, and it's been out for over a year or so.
Welcome to Nintendo. Can I take your order?
Ha 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 ha.
Well, Nintendo doesn't ever fucking discount their games.
Not their own, no, not really. Although there is an extremely rare occasion that sometimes you do get a speck of a discount.
Yes. That's
Sometimes you have a shred of humanity, yes.
That's when I buy them, is when they're on sale.
Yeah, but don't expect them to be like 25 or more % off. Nah,
Alright.
they can't do that.
My next one is Warcos.
Oh, a real-time tactical command shooter.
Yes.
Interesting.
So it's basically like playing SWAT but outside.
So you're either a SWAT soldier or part of the cartel.
Yep. I was gonna say, Mario, the Century game comes out in 9.5 hours. Yeah, I was pretty interested in this one just because I like my shooting games a little more tactical and a little bit more realism than, you know.
COD.
Yeah, than COD or Battlefield, where you can shoot somebody in the head 50 times and the game's like, nope, you missed. That's my favorite in Battlefield.
At least in this game, the time to kill looks reasonable.
Yes, that's the most important part.
You're aiming for the body shots, so you're not dead in one fucking shot.
Yep, but that's another one I might be checking out.
Mind you, they were all using rifles. What happens if you shoot someone up close, point blank with a shotgun?
They die.
Yeah.
Or sniper rifle.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I didn't see. Well, I did see a sniper headshot. So yeah, that was a clean one shot, one kill.
All right, Murmitch, it's just you and me.
It's down to you and me.
Is he muted again?
He might be.
God damn it.
He might not even know.
He was.
I was talking the whole time.
Okay, what's your next game?
Virtual Hunter.
You know what the cool part is? He constantly has to mute himself because we know he's talking to all the girls. Yeah, we like a lot of different games.
Oh yes. I mean, hell, even I might try that game. Perhaps.
And don't worry, as soon as we're done
The
with this,
only
we're gonna
shame-
pick for the giveaway part too. So.
The only shame is so far it hasn't been labeled as a multiplayer game yet. I hope one day.
Yeah, you'll be able to shoot your friends. I mean, hunt with your friends.
I would not shoot Murmitch on purpose.
I would.
Speak for yourself.
I
Of
would.
course.
I'll shoot you in the foot.
Listen, I don't understand what you got a problem with my foot.
Fine, I'll shoot you in the shoulder then.
Your foot killed my father. He must die. But alright, my next one is This is the President. Who the hell would want to be the fucking president at this point?
Not me.
As a political thriller, you are newly elected a leader with a shady background. It's up to you to use your position, the most powerful man in the world, to escape justice for past crimes, and even if that pitches the country into utter chaos.
Sure, why not? Let's just copy real life. Sure.
That's kind of the point.
Art sounds familiar. I know, right? I'm like, oh god. I love how the developer's name is Super Pack.
Ring a bell.
But yeah, it's a very interesting looking game, honestly. I want to see how it plays out because it's supposed to be a grand strategy game. And I'm very interested to see how it all works. I mean, if you look at the... Yeah, you actually have to play it like a strategy game.
How do you do that? Well, that's fairly obvious, isn't it? You'll force Congress to support your amendment, get the Supreme Court on your side to initiate a popular vote, and deploy all possible tricks and deception. Some dimwits might even say crime. To win it, just get impeached before doing all that. And you're golden.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit.
The road to lifelong immunity is full of pitfalls, and you'll need to remember to clean up the daily messes that arise. Some might even call these distractions presidential duties.
That's amazing. All right, Murmitch, what's your next one?
My next game is Calamity Eliminator. I picked this one because I thought you might like it. Do you need me to spell it out?
No. Calamity Eliminator?
Yeah.
My brain is not working tonight. I apologize.
It was on this. Yeah, there you go.
No, I was talking to Dan, who was typing it in chat.
Ah. So it doesn't have a video, but deck building,
You said the magic word already, Murmitch. You don't need
deck building roguelike.
Why you bring this to my attention? Why you do this? Why?
Because I thought you'd like it.
Fuck. Follow. It's a deck builder. Of course I gotta do it. Chlamydia Eliminator. Wow. Well, I think a lot of people I know need that, Dan. Can you show me that Steam page?
Oof.
How about the Buff Wolfman? Looks like he's getting ready to be in one of those porn games I find on Steam all the time.
In any case.
Like, by lying, we go through the games every month. Have you not seen them?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Exactly.
Upcoming. Just
there's so many that Tim has decided to do one for the mid-month every
Yep.
Yep. It's great. 50 Shades of Fur 2. That was one of the ones I remember seeing this month. Oh yeah. It was great. No, I'm not gonna. No. I'm not gonna show the Steam page. I'm just saying that's one of the ones I saw.
He's just saying it exists.
Yeah. All right.
If you know about it, it probably exists as a, game on Steam.
Wait, what's the rule? Rule 34?
Yep.
All right. So this is
sub rule A. If it exists, it's on Steam.
Okay. I was really impressed by this.
If it has a big enough fandom, it exists on Steam.
Crimson Clover World Ignition is one of my favorite shmups ever. And this month, 7 years after the original release, we're getting an expanded version of Crimson Clover. I couldn't believe it.
About time, huh?
Yeah, so they basically added more game modes to it. And they added a whole bunch of new content, and I'm happy they revisited it because I fucking love the game. As long as the price is reasonable, I'm certainly buying it because, my God, the first game was so good, and I think I paid 99 cents for it on a Steam sale.
Damn, what a deal.
Yeah, and I played a lot of that.
Deal.
Exactly.
Damn, what a steal.
Alright. You got more Murmitch? How many you got left?
Let's see. I've got 3 more.
Okay. I wish I could say that.
I've got Ice Station Z.
Okay.
Which is a multiplayer winter zombie survival game.
I saw that one too.
Oh, the Z kind of gave that away.
Oh yeah. Anything that has Z in the title is a zombie game.
Yes, that's just the rule. We don't make the rules. We just follow them.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Oh boy. You know, I'm impressed this game came from a wobbly tooth.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to get it removed soon.
I have a feeling that if we all played this game together, Tim would just shoot me in the face regardless.
No,
yeah, you look like a zombie.
No, I probably just drowned him like I did in First Class Trouble.
Oh,
probably
wouldn't take the chopper.
But in that case, it was deserved considering I was trying to murder you.
Well, no, he drowned standing up in that game. That's the impressive part.
Well then, I would get into a chopper and try to run you over, or get into a snowmobile and then run you over.
I would do it classy, like I want to do it in the freaking tread bus.
Alright, so the next one I have is Thunder Tier 1, which is a realistic top-down shooter, which is kind of like, if you take Tom Clancy, I wouldn't say Tom Clancy, but like Wildlands or something and put it in a top-down type scenario.
Oh, like OG,
yeah.
Ghost Recon, not the Ghost Recon of today.
Exactly.
Ghost Recon of today.
And it's 4-player co-op.
Damn, there's a lot of co-op games today. Damn.
But this one actually looks rather impressive. And the price is already out like 5 days in advance.
Price is right.
Yeah, 20 bucks isn't bad for a game like this.
Operation Red Sword is a go.
Move up.
Copy that.
Suppressive fire. Deploy the camera.
And I was rather impressed by it. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. You know, he's gone too long. The jokes get worse.
They're on to us.
But the games don't get worse. That's the point.
Yeah, well, that's why we put the joke games in front.
Yes, that's why we put the joke games in the beginning.
Yep.
But no, I'm very interested in this. I really want to maybe get multiple copies if I can, if a developer is really nice. But yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, it's wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I know some of you watch this shit, so please, be nice. Good. Alright, what do you got next, Murmitch?
I have wins and leaves. At the end is that funky and thing.
I was gonna say, why didn't it show up when I typed it in search? Because it's the same fucking thing. Alright, journey across the wild barren world and bring back to life by growing your own forest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a VR like version of Grow, the game that I talked about last podcast, basically. Time manipulation. I wonder how that comes into play.
But it just looks really pretty too.
Yeah, it does. Alright, here's another one that I'm actually really excited about that I heard about a while ago. White Shadows. This makes me feel like Inside and stuff like that. So I love those type of games.
Oh yeah, I get the vibe just by looking at that imagery.
Yeah, I love atmospheric, like, platforming games in the style like this. I love it. Inside was one of my favorite games I've ever streamed, honestly. Plus, it looks creepy as fuck, and I love that part. Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
Well, speaking of creepy...
Okay, what's creepy?
Snowstorm of Despair. And I actually really want to try at least playing this with Silver and Ava at least, because this seems right up their alley.
So it's a phasmophobia, like.
Snowstorm is all one word.
Okay. It's not, but in this case it is. Sure. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Snowstorm of Despair?
Yeah, it's a oh yeah, I remember seeing this. Yep.
So yeah, it's cooperative survival horror, and most likely it's going to be somewhat like Phasmophobia.
Listen, I have a hard time. It looks like I've got 10 games to go on the list. Holy shit. I'm proud of it.
And this is coming out tomorrow.
See, I make it a rule for myself. I don't care what you guys do. I make it a rule for myself that if it doesn't have a trailer, I don't put it on here, because screenshots do not tell the whole story.
Sure.
You know? And I'm really afraid that if people are watching and actually taking, like, you know, stock in what I'm trying to show, the trailer is important to me. But no.
Normally I try and stick to games with trailers, but this one just looked really, really interesting.
No, it's fine, because with like Forewarned and stuff like that, it all like a lot of people are making that style of game. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it's up to 8 people makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Because
so like it says, only you can decide which side to choose. Will you work with your team or betray them when you have the chance? Maybe you're a good orator and want to build a good, trustworthy team, or do you prefer to create tension and distrust? Anyway, it is you who makes the final decision. And like it says, there are human monsters, but there's also ghosts of darkness. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds really, really cool.
My next one is Sam and Max Beyond Space, Time and Space. Sorry. I love Sam and Max.
Remember, we were back in the office. Wait, do the whole thing.
And it's another thing that comes out on my birthday. Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Does my package sound like it's ticking? Not your best pickup line, Bosco.
Lamont and Wallace, you're here.
Sam and Max, actually. We save the world, sometimes on purpose. Wandering Bermuda triangles, strange radio transmissions. Don't you see?
Finally, into the Sam and Max game.
You want to jump in? You can read my mind, Sam. God, I hope not.
I just like Max as a character.
They're more frightened of you than you are of them.
It's the end.
He is funny.
Civilization. But you can save us all.
But yeah, okay. What you got? One more? Is that the gist?
It's adorable.
Murmitch?
Yeah, I'm out of games.
Oh, you are? Okay. Don't worry. I do not have that many left, so don't worry. All right. Next one is Kyo, which is a team-based online multiplayer vehicle combat game.
Oh boy.
And it has grappling hooks, Ray.
Ooh.
Now you're speaking my language.
There's just something that's so much fun about grappling hooks in general.
They're just the best things ever.
I like any game that involves the fact that I can blow people up. It's basically like grip if you could actually see what the fuck you're doing because you're not going 800 miles an hour.
That's already a plus.
True.
But I think this game has potential. That's why I chose it. And I like the fact that it is a little slower, so you can actually, engage in combat and not feel like you're just swinging and shooting shit around. But yeah, I'm interested in that one. Okay, this one's a pretty wild one, comparably. It's Witchwood. Is a crafting adventure game set in the land of gothic fables and fairy tales. So, as an old witch, explore a strange countryside, collect magic ingredients, and brew spells. And pass judgment upon a conspicuous cast of characters. But I figured it was a cool, crafting game with a bit of, spells, and I'd always liked the ones that involve fairy tales in the story. Yeah, I figured it was something different. Damn it, Tim. Listen, my podcast does this every 2 weeks, Mario. It's not my fault you never make them. We do this all the time.
Yep.
This has been every podcast for almost the last 4 years. So.
There's nothing new.
Yep. Alright, now for something completely different. Basically. The Legend of Nayuta. Boundless Trails. It's an action RPG, which is hack and slash combat.
English language.
Sounds familiar.
But for now, it looks like English is not supported.
Nope. I don't worry about that shit. Yeah, because I think the English version's coming out in 2023. If you notice, it says in the trailer, it says 2023.
My God.
Yeah. Well, you gotta get that English VO in there.
True.
Let's see.
Now, you don't have to worry about the VO. Just translate the interface and there you go. Problem solved.
Noble Face. And this is my mandatory one base building game per month I usually get. So this one is Noble Fates, where it's a 3D fantasy kingdom sim where you craft, you build, you farm, you mine, you hunt and defend, and more. So I like the art style to it. I feel like this is a lower budget affair, but it's built on a cool art style, and it seems to be, you know, more simplistic than most, but I like it. But not English. I don't care about the fact that something's in English or not. But listen, did you see on Twitter my #1 band for this year was Bandmade? The shirt I'm wearing is Bandmade. They don't speak English. I don't care. Bandmade is Korean rock music. All right, here's one that Ray might like.
Oh.
Yeah. I think it's one word. How about Fire Girl Hack and Splash Rescue?
What?
Yes, Fire Girl. Where you're literally a firefighting girl who... I thought it was pretty cool. You guys save civilians and do all types of stuff like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's like it's giving me like Super Mario Sunshine vibes with the water jetpack and stuff.
Yeah. Let's say this game looks really neat. I saw this in the presentation that had that came out like 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, and I saw this in like this White Shadows and Thunder Tier 1 during like a mini indie presentation a couple weeks ago. But yeah, this one looks really interesting. I like firefighting games to begin with, and after Nuclear Blaze, I'm willing to give anything a try. So, Fire Girl it is. Alright. I only got 2 left, don't worry. Alright. Eternia Noctis is a challenging 2D hand-drawn action platforming game. Because I'm a sucker for hand-drawn stuff. But it also gives me like, I would say like Hollow Knight vibes to it. Well. And it's definitely not a low-budget affair. Actually, it gives me more of a Castlevania vibe than anything. Like old-school Castlevania. So I'm really into that, and then that's it. Because Murmitch took Khalid the Snail.
Yep.
So that's my last game for the month, but yeah. Hopefully you found a couple in there that you're interested in. I love coming up with games and finding games, because you know what? You always find that one diamond in the rough a month or even a couple a year or whatever happens. It's awesome. Yeah, I want the firefighting game that's made in the engine that they make EDF in. I can't remember which one that is. They have
that would be an interesting game.
Yeah, they have a firefighting simulator that's built in the EDF engine. I'll have to find that sometime. But, alright. But that is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for almost 4 hours today. Holy Lord.
Oh my word.
I can go to bed now.
Yeah, we've been on here for a long time.
Well, it's the awards edition. It's always going to be
true,
long.
And it's the end of the year. And
yeah. So on the 16th or 17th, depending, we will be doing the second part of the podcast for the month, and that's usually the shorter edition. We cover the games that we played out of the first half of the month, or otherwise if we pick up new things. But yeah, it's usually the shorter podcast. But yeah, we do the same thing. We come up with and look for games for the rest of the month. So it'll be from the 16th to the 30th of December. So if this is your first time watching the podcast, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking it out. If you like checking out new games and interesting games that maybe aren't $60 and won't blow up your budget, this is the place to look, because we go and we find stuff, and we always go out of our way to look and try and find cool and interesting games and experiences for people to enjoy, no matter what budget you have, whether it be free-to-play games that Murmitch usually finds, or VR games, or stuff that's his repertoire. Yeah. If you like puzzle games, we have Ray, who does a lot of stuff like that, and Ray likes JRPGs as well, and anime-style games, and then you have Murmitch, who usually... you have Silver, who's usually into like retro games and Cyberpunk, which he'll never finish. And I figure I had to say it. I had to say it just one time. Sorry.
It's been quite a while, hasn't it? That
Yes.
You haven't said that.
And for me, I like a variety of everything. I really do. That's not a blanket statement. You can ask these guys. I will try any style of game. I may suck at them, but
He's not copping out.
Yeah,
He isn't.
I appreciate games of all genres. And if you want to check out the streams more often, I do Coffee and Indie, which is a indie-based program that's usually during the morning or early afternoon. I give away free copies of games all the time. And it's basically what I do when it's my my fun gaming experience. You know, like there's certain streams I do because I want to get viewers, sure, but like Coffee and Indie and the podcast are more about enjoying myself and doing what I love to do. But let's draw that giveaway, because I know that's why some of you fuckers are here. But you know what? You're here for a good reason. Let's roll for the giveaway. We have 3 people entered in. And let's roll for it. And Mario won the giveaway. So he stayed up and he actually fucking won.
Woo! And he got something out of it. Isn't that great?
But KK from, ask these guys. I give away games all the time. Don't be discouraged. You will win something at some point. Sometimes I make people take games. So
true.
So
if you stick around, you'll probably end up getting quite a few free games.
Yeah, because that's the way
We'll have one forced into your hands.
Because I like gaming and I like helping other people enjoy gaming.
Like gaming.
So yeah. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with Century Age of Ashes, checking that out. So if you were interested when we were talking about it, come back and check it out. And maybe I'll see if I get another code for another Founders Pack. And it's free to play, so if you want to play along, you're more than welcome to. Anybody can join in tomorrow, honestly. And let's have some fun tomorrow. And for the rest of the evening, have a wonderful one. And thank you for hanging out. I know this was a long one. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night,
everybody.
Out.